The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
We've made it to Monday night. Will the Jets get their first win of the season in prime time? Matt O'Leary will join me, and we'll break down the latest from South Beach. It's the Jake Asman Show on game day. Let's hit it and get it started.
The 2025 New York Jets season is officially here. Can Aaron Glenn lead the team back to the playoffs and finally deliver on the promise this roster has shown? Every step of the journey, the Jake Asman Show will have you covered, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super Chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now.
Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. It is indeed the Jake Asman Show. Show number 2 on the day. And a reminder that right after Jets Dolphins goes final, join me live on YouTube for our immediate post-game show, post-game reaction featuring my analysis, your calls, your super chats, and hopefully a lot of excitement because that will mean the Jets will have won a football game. So tune in for that. Right now, let's preview this game and we check in with one of our favorites. In fact, his official wedding invitation hit my mailbox this weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt O'Leary joins us now. Matt, happy game day and happy almost wedding to you.
Yes, thank you, Jake. Almost there. We're in the home stretch. Getting excited for that. Yesterday it was nice to have the Jets not ruin my Sunday. Unfortunately, my Mets didn't get the memo, so the pain continues, Jake. What can I say?
Yeah, I'm sorry about your Mets. You're one of the Met fans that I actually do really like. You know, the ones who rubbed it into the Yankee fans' face about Soto, there's a special place that I don't like for those fans, but like one of my best friends is a diehard Met fan, great fan like you. So I do feel for you. Hopefully the Jets could pick you up, which is not something we often feel great about, but they are due for a win, Matt. If you want to spin it positive to start this conversation, the Jets are due to win a football game.
No, you couldn't be more right. Honestly, they are doing, if not now, against the 0-3 Miami Dolphins, who their head coach looks like he's got one foot out the door. Then when is it going to come?
That's kind of how it feels, right? And I really think in this game tonight, can the Jets get off to a good start? Because if you want to show that your fight last week was not just Tampa Bay making mistakes and allowing you to get back in that game, and you actually unlocked something and you showed that fight, I think getting off to a good start tonight is huge for the Jets because, to your point on Miami, all of a sudden they trail, they get down early. How locked in, how focused are they going to be when there's so much talk about everything being blown up if they lose this game later?
Yeah, I think that's a really good point, right? Like you look at it and they hung in that Bills game, I thought, more than really anyone anticipated it. And they ended up losing by 10, after the turnover at the end of the game anyway. So the final score looks a little bit misleading because, Miami was actually, I thought, in that to the very end. And they showed a lot of fight. But is that going to continue? Like if they go down early to the Jets, I almost wonder if that was their last ditch effort to save the coach. Like they gave it their best shot against Buffalo and still lost. And if they go down early, like let's say Jets start with the ball, touchdown drive first quarter, is it just, all right, we're done here? Or are they going to give that same fight that we saw a week ago?
If the Jets are going to find a way to win this game, Matt, like what to you is like without question the thing they have to do if they're going to get this done?
They got to run the ball well, like they did in week 1 against Pittsburgh. I think Miami's defense has really struggled this year. And I know any Dolphin fan I talk to, they talk about the secondary and how much of an issue that is. And, it's easy to go to Garrett Wilson or maybe somebody else having a big game in the receiver department, or maybe it's Mason Taylor, the tight end. But with Justin Fields back, I think they need a game similar to what it was in week 1, where they ran for over 180 yards. To me, I think that's the biggest weakness on the Dolphins defense. Plus, it keeps their offense off the field, which I don't really have much faith in this Jets defense stopping anybody right now.
Yeah, I really feel like if they win, it's going to be, one of those games where Breece Hall has over 100 yards rushing. Fields makes a ton of plays with his legs. It just feels like the last couple games, because the Jets have been trailing or they were just never in the game in the case of week 2, they got away from the team they said they want their brand of football to be. We saw it week 1, and that was all set up by running the football effectively. They got to run the ball well tonight. And to your point, Dolphins defense is allowing 145 rushing yards per game so far. Run the hell out of the ball, and that also keeps Miami's offense on the sidelines too.
Yeah, without a doubt. And, Breece Hall looked really good in week 1, hasn't looked the same the last 2 weeks. With Fields back, the obvious thought is, okay, Justin Fields is going to run the ball a lot in the Jets, rushing offense. And I think he will, but I think this is a game that Breece Hall needs to be, 80 plus rushing yards on the ground. Can they get him involved in the passing game too? I'm not saying that it's going to be 100% rushing and they're not going to throw the ball at all, but for me, I think that's the way to really punch him in the mouth, eat the clock, and just try to get points on the board that way.
It's going to be fascinating to see, how Fields looks coming off the concussion. Is he hesitant at all to be as aggressive as he might normally be using his legs? Or is he just going to go out there and he's cleared, he feels good, and he's going to be the Justin Fields that we hopefully see the week 1 version and not the week 2 version?
Yeah, I think it's probably somewhere in between. I don't think he's as bad as what he was in week 2. And I don't know if he's as good as what he looked in week 1. If you can find a happy medium, maybe like 70% the player that he was in week 1, if that's what he is the rest of the year, I think the Jets are in a pretty good spot. But I've mentioned this throughout the week on my show and on my channel, just kind of saying, like, for Fields coming back, this is a softer landing spot than having to come back against like Tampa Bay, or Denver in a few weeks. The Dolphins defense isn't really one where you look at it and go, man, like that pass rush, they're just going to eat them alive, or that secondary, they're not going to be able to throw the ball at all. So this sets up well for him to kind of hit the ground running. And I feel like he's a very, confident player. Like when things are clicking and the confidence is there, I think that's when he's at his best. But the second that confidence goes away, I just think he starts second guessing everything.
I really hope they give him some easy completions early and he just gets into a rhythm and gets some confidence, because it felt like once he missed that first throw in the Bills game, like he had like the yips all of a sudden. Like he couldn't make simple passes when he was making some high level passes the previous game against the Steelers, who have a very good defense, which we have seen since that week 1 outlier performance. They've been really good this year, helping Pittsburgh get off to that 3-1 start. So I'm with you. Hopefully we get somewhere close to that week 1 version, but at least a guy that you have to just respect his ability to take off and run. And that hopefully opens things up for Breece. It'd be nice to have a Braylon Allen big run or 2 tonight. Like this could be a game where, you say you want to be the smash mouth physical team. If you can't do it against the Dolphins, then who are you going to be able to do it against?
Yeah, it's a great point. Like if you can't do it against this Miami defense, I don't think you're going to be able to, unfortunately. And I'm glad you brought up Braylon Allen. I thought he actually ran the ball, decently well the last couple of weeks, just didn't have a ton of volume. And I think this is a week where, with the sheer amount of times they should run the ball, I think Braylon is someone who's going to get more carries than what he has the last few weeks. So I'm here for that too.
If you're watching live right now, please hit the like button. We're talking with Matt O'Leary. Make sure you subscribe to Matt's channel. Hit the subscribe button on the right-hand side for my channel. We will be live right after Jets Dolphins wraps up tonight, part of an ESPN doubleheader, which means if the Jets are absolutely putrid like they've been so many times in prime time, and specifically on Monday Night Football, Matt, it means we don't have to share the LOL spotlight to ourselves. There'll be another team that also will be playing, and people can focus on the Bengals and the Broncos game. So it could be, a bummer if the Jets play great and they don't get the attention they deserve, or it could be a lifesaver if they get absolutely embarrassed tonight. And then, it'd be typical same old Jets, LOL, haha. At least it'd be a little less with another game going on.
Yeah, I take it as a positive. Even if they do win this game, like I don't want that national media attention after how the last 2 years have gone. So even if they do win and half the audience is tuned out already and on the other game, that's a-okay with me, man. Like this is for Jet fans. So that's fine. I'm good with it.
Here is the Jets record on Monday Night Football over the last 10 seasons. Not great. Jets 2-8, which is tied for 29th in the NFL during that span. Last in points per game, last in yards per game, 31st in points per game differential, and last in turnovers. And I think that last stat, Matt, if the Jets win tonight, they have to force turnovers. They have to come up with a takeaway. They're the only team, them and the Dolphins are the only team that does not have a defensive takeaway all season.
Yeah, it's really remarkable, honestly, that their defense hasn't come away with one just because how much of an emphasis they put on it in the offseason. I was looking back at that 2-8 record and trying to come up with the 2 games that they won on Monday Night Football. Do you know what they are off the top of your head?
So I do.
Okay.
One of them was Sam Darnold's first ever start in Detroit.
And then I guess the Rodgers injury in 2020.
Correct.
Okay.
So really, it's really 1-8 or 1-9 if you think about it. Because while they did win the Rodgers debut game, after 10 minutes, it did feel like a loss.
That is a good point, and that makes that record even more sad, unfortunately. But yeah, back to the defense here. They got to find a way to intercept Tua. Like, he's been really inconsistent throwing the ball this year. And like, if you can't, we talked about if you can't beat the Dolphins this week, when's the win going to come? Or if you can't run the ball against the Dolphins defense, when is it going to come? If you can't get a turnover off of Tua, when the hell is a turnover going to come? That's my question.
100%. He's lost 6 of his last 7 primetime games. So you have the Jets, who are terrible on Monday Night Football over the last decade. And you have Tua, who has not been good in primetime games. So something's got to give. Or they could tie, which is what we saw last night in the most recent primetime game. I guess there could be a Jets-Dolphins tie where both these teams leave tonight, Matt, 0-3-1.
Please no. I don't like ties. I don't want to tie the Dolphins. That's almost as bad as a loss.
It would be very Jet-like if that's, forget the first win of the Aaron Glenn era, the first tie of the Aaron Glenn era.
Where were you for the first tie of the Aaron Glenn era?
Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, here's what we're going to do on our pregame show. So earlier, we were going to give away on my first show today a signed helmet by Jets great Rex Ryan. However, ChatGPT was down, so I couldn't fully count all the raffle entries. So if you entered on the first show for the Rex helmet, you're already in this raffle. And we're going to add a second prize to the raffle, which if you entered in this morning, you're in for that as well. How about a throwback Jets jersey? You pick the player. You got 3 options: Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, or Quinnen Williams. Matt, you and I are around the same age, so calling these throwbacks still feels very strange considering these are the jerseys that we grew up the team wearing every week, but these are technically the Jets official throwback jerseys. So you have a chance to win 2 prizes on the show today. You can enter for both by gifting a membership or by sending in a $10 super chat or higher. And just a reminder that tomorrow morning, when Joe B comes on with us, Beningo, at 10 a.m. Eastern, we will give away a signed Sack Exchange jersey, signed Bart Scott jersey, and a signed CJ Mosley jersey. So gift away for your chance to win those prizes that you heard me just talk about. Comments, questions, super chats, they cut the line. Matt, from a coaching standpoint, I think tonight is such a big game for Aaron Glenn because he poked the bear with the fan base a little bit by saying we're not the same old Jets, even though they're 0-3. If you go out there and now lose to the Dolphins, who have been even worse than you, are in turmoil seemingly, if you go out there and lose to Miami, like I can't even imagine what the discourse online and on our shows is going to be this upcoming week. I feel like if you're going to say you're not the same old Jets, you almost now have to go out there and play well and get a win tonight.
No, you're spot on. And like through the first 3 weeks, I think it's probably fair to say I've been a little bit more positive on Aaron Glenn than you have. But even still with that, like now's the time in saying like, hey, this is going to take a little bit. It's 0-3. What do you think their record was going to be through the first 3 games? None of that matters anymore because this is a game that on paper, like you really should win. I know they're underdogs on the road against Miami, but Miami hasn't looked good either. So if you want to make the case, like they went up against these 3 good opponents, 3 teams that were in the playoffs a year ago, 3 teams who are likely to make the playoffs again this year. Well, you better take care of business now against a team that everyone seems to be beating up on. So I think there is a lot of pressure for them to win this game. I'd go as far to call tonight a must-win game for the New York Jets. They can't afford to go to 0-4 because then the fan base is going to get even more upset. And the Tankathon ratings every week is going to be tweeted out. And I'm not ready to get to that yet. Go 1-3, keep your season alive.
If they lose tonight, it feels like a lot of fans are going to check out and we're going to be entering that Tankathon mode.
Which is the worst place to be at the end of September. Like it's bad enough when we're doing this like Thanksgiving and beyond, but I can't even imagine if we're talking about which underwhelming college quarterback is our favorite right now, and we're not even to Columbus Day.
It's just brutal. And it's not like there's an obvious quarterback that they need to get that's coming out. And even if there was, we know how this goes. There's no guarantee that once the Jets get said quarterback, that guy is any good. It's just they have to just win a game, man. Like really, like you can start to talk yourself into this team winning a couple games over their next 6 weeks with the schedule being what it is. But none of it matters. We could say all these games are winnable, but you actually have to win that first game before we could talk about winning anything else beyond just that first game, which needs to be tonight. So you're not 0-4.
No, exactly. And then, I know Dallas's defense is horrible and they give up a ton of points, and not to look too far ahead, but that's the game after tonight on Monday, for the Monday Night Football game this week, and then playing up against Dallas the following week. That offense, even still without CeeDee Lamb, put up 40 points on a really good team in the Green Bay Packers. So nothing is going to be easy for this team, and it starts this week. You can't talk about all the, an easier schedule over the next 6 weeks if you don't take care of business tonight against the Miami Dolphins.
100%. Matt O'Leary is with us here. He normally comes on with us every single Thursday, but because we had to move some things around this past week with me traveling back from Tampa, I said, Matt, why don't you come on with us and preview the game? And that's what we're doing here on a Monday. If you're watching live right now, make sure you click the like button, subscribe to both our channels. And another reminder for those tuning in late, we have a Rex Ryan signed helmet that we're raffling away at the end of the show today. Plus, prize number 2. So 2 chances to win on the show. A Jets throwback jersey of your choosing. Matt, in terms of the defense, give us what your ideal game plan would be to try and slow down the Dolphins offense. Because you look at the Jets, there's no Jermaine Johnson. He's already been ruled out. We know Quincy Williams is not going to play tonight. He's on injured reserve for the next 4 games at least. What's your concern level for the defense? And do you have any faith in some sort of Steve Wilkes masterclass coming tonight for the Jets?
Not really. I think the Dolphins will be able to put up points in this game. The injury to Quincy Williams is really tough because the Jets linebacker depth hasn't been very good. And Jamie Sherwood to start the year hasn't been where you would have hoped after that contract. So as a result, I hope they go to more nickel, put another defensive back on the field rather than 3 linebackers, because I think Kiko Mauangoa is going to be starting next to Jamie Sherwood, which that really scares me. I don't even want to think of who the 3rd linebacker is going to be in these situations, but I think they need to lean on their secondary tonight. They need Michael Carter to start looking like Michael Carter. I know Brownlee's not ready for it yet, but I think eventually we'll see him get in, and maybe some AZ Thomas. I think if we're looking for a positive there over the last few weeks, in the small sample that we've seen him, I think he's played well. So I think this game's going to fall on the secondary and getting home, right? Like the pass rush needs to get home. The Dolphins offensive line isn't very good. They're banged up. The Jets went up against banged up offensive line last week. I know there are a million holding penalties, but they only had 1 sack in the game. So they got to get, after the quarterback and actually take him down.
I would love to see AZ Thomas get a lot of playing time tonight. I know Tony Adams is back too, but I keep giving Malachi more reps. AZ Thomas, let him get an opportunity to play. It stinks they don't have the corner Brownlee, who they acquired earlier this week, because he's still dealing with the injury, but he could be back next week. Like, I think tonight's a really big game for Michael Carter, a really big game for Brandon Stevens, because all of a sudden the Jets have legitimate, backups / reinforcements that could start playing over those guys if they don't start playing better. I think they'll be more patient with Carter because he's got more of a track record, but Stevens has been exactly what Ravens fans described he'd be since he's been a Jet. And they made the move for Brownlee. They used a 3rd-round pick on AZ. It wouldn't shock me if, Stevens gets burnt tonight by Jalen Waddle or Tyreek Hill, and all of a sudden AZ Thomas gets an opportunity to play.
Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't think either of those guys, Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle for that matter, are good matchups for Brandon Stevens with how he's looked early on this year. Obviously, Sauce is going to have to go up against one of those 2 guys. And hopefully Sauce has a better week than what he did a week ago. But, man, it could get rough pretty quickly for the Jets if they're throwing at Brandon Stevens and won't make any adjustments. I think that's really the key for Steve Wilkes. You said Steve Wilkes masterclass, but can it be Steve Wilkes adjustment class? Like, can you just make a couple adjustments and be a functioning defense? They don't have to be top 10 in the NFL, but can you be league average tonight? That's my hope.
League average. What a concept, folks. What a concept. A Jet
Low
defense
bar.
that once upon a time was the strength of the team, would give them a chance every week. And now, have the mighty have fallen. Now, the Dolphins defense has been worse. So please, Justin Fields and Jets offense, score points tonight. Please, 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 please. Hennessy, he has our first super chat of the show. He's been a channel member for 19 months. He says, if I don't see a damn turnover tonight, I am done. Can the ball bounce our way for once? Also, we need the O and the D line to step up and take over. This should be the game for the offensive line to impose their will. Completely agree. As far as, his first point, I mean, can the Jets recover a damn fumble, Matt? I mean, my God, fall on a fumble. Can we at least get one bounce for once? It's insane how the Jets never can recover a fumble. Never.
No, it's really remarkable. I don't know how they just can't fall on the ball. No matter what the situation is, it feels like it's just always a positive bounce to the opponent. Got to get something, whether a strip sack against Tua, an interception, a fumble recovery, whatever it is, they need to steal a possession tonight. I love his comment on the O and D line. I think if the Jets do win, it'll be because the defensive line played well and the offensive line was able to move people in the run game.
Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. I'm going to gift a membership to get us rolling here. If you get a membership from me, you're entered in our raffle to win a Jets jersey of your choosing out of our throwback selection or a signed Rex Ryan helmet. So if you want a membership, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. You have the setting turned on that you're eligible to receive a gifted channel membership. And, oh, yeah, like the video, engage in the chat, and the algorithm for YouTube rewards people who are engaged and supporting the channel the most. Membership being gifted right now. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the Jet Champ, baby. Yeah. Bash Chopper, you are a channel member now, and you're in our raffle for one. Thank you very much, Bash Chopper. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll take some calls with Matt as well. And first up today on the Gustbuster Umbrella Hotline is none other than
What's up, gentlemen? How are you?
Mr. Clifton.
I was really looking forward to this game tonight because work has been a little bit annoying, and I need a little bit of an escape. I just got back this weekend from being down in Annapolis, and we went to the Navy game, Rice Navy, and you see a lot of running in those types of games, a lot of triple option and so on. But then we're probably going to see a lot of that from the Jets tonight. We're going to see a lot of schemed up runs, trying to utilize Fields, trying to get him in situations where he can take off on his own. Situations where maybe we'd have a pony package. Run. It is really our only way to kind of pound the Dolphins and take home our first win. I mean, there'll be opportunities with Garrett, with Mason Taylor, where we might be able to strike, but this is probably a game where you could see Justin Fields throwing in the single digits, and I'm okay with it. I'm here for it. It's like, if we can pull off a couple of 15, 20-yard games and just to keep the Dolphins honest and continue to pound the ball down their throat, I'll be very pleased. Because I think to Matt's point, unless we have the ball most of the time, like, we have to limit their opportunities with the ball, and maybe have a takeaway, maybe have a special teams play, because I have a feeling they're going to be able to move the ball on us as well.
I would not be surprised at all. And also, one of the things that the Jets have to do, though, is if you're going to run the ball that much, you do need to take a couple chances downfield and to try and open some things up, because their secondary is brutal, right? Like, the Dolphins are banged up there. So, the Jets style is not going to drop back and have Fields throw 30 plus times, but you have Garrett Wilson, you have a playmaker in Arian Smith, who's a speed guy. Like, take a chance and throw downfield. Like, Garrett should be able to get at least a couple of looks every quarter where you're trying to take a chance downfield to open things up.
Yeah, I mean, we're all waiting for Arian Smith's coming out party, right? And maybe tonight is the game.
Mason Taylor over the middle, Mr. Clifton.
My favorite. I think my Mason Taylor jersey is clean, so I'll be dusting that up and seeing what we have for game time snacks tonight. But I'll see if I can have the kids pay attention and watch it with me. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I'll talk to you later.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Clifton checking in. Look, I think Fields is going to throw a little more than what Kyle predicts there, but this should be run-oriented. I mean, that's the Jets' strength against a defense that is not good against the run. If you can't run it against the Miami Dolphins, your entire identity is not going to allow you to be that team all year because this is the team you should be able to do it against.
Yeah, and I like your call out too on taking a shot down the field because that will open up more things in the run game, right? You got to give them a reason to back off. If they're going to put 8-9 guys in the box, then take your shot with Garrett Wilson or Arian Smith. That's why you drafted him, right? Like this is a speedster who is a deep threat. The Jets didn't have anybody like that on the roster, which is why they liked him so much. Well, let's see it this week.
David Atkins is the first to gift during the show today. He sent in 5 gifted memberships for the community. David, you are in our Rex Ryan helmet raffle coming up at the end of the show and our throwback jersey raffle for 5. Hit it.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
David, appreciate your support. Let's get to more of your calls. But first, let's stop what we're doing and shout out the Janice Jet checking in with a 10 spot. Hit it. Janice, I'm rocking my G5 shirt. I know you were wearing the white one at our party last Saturday in Tampa, so hope you're doing well, and hopefully the Jets can get us a win tonight. If you got a channel membership from the great Janice Jet, make sure you say thank you to her, and make sure you say thank you to this guy, Bo Knows, Bo C in the house, gifting 5 for the community.
Bo knows football. Bo knows baseball. Bo knows tennis. Bo knows basketball, too.
Bo knows channel memberships.
Keep it coming. We got 2 great prizes during today's show. More of your calls. Let's say hello to Raven, who's next on our pregame stream here. What's up, Raven?
Hey, Jake. How are you? Hey, Matt.
Hey,
Raven.
Matt, I just got to say, I love your content. I feel like you're one of the most emotionally adjusted and Jets content creators out there. So I really appreciate that. You know, you're good at maintaining composure.
I try.
I'm not.
No, I mean, listen, we all try. Some of us are better than others. And I just got to say, I think you're one of the better ones, for real.
Thank you.
But one thing before we get into the preview, where can you turn on the setting to receive a membership? Because listen, I'd love to be a member of this channel, but working for yourself means that 90% of my income goes towards rent. And luckily I don't got to pay off my student loans right now, but I will eventually. So
Raven, I'm going to make it easy for you. I just put the link in the live chat. So click that and it will give you the step-by-step tutorial on what you need.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. My big thing for the rest of the season is I just don't want to be a complete embarrassment and like human rights atrocity towards the game of football. Because that's what this shit has looked. Sorry. You know what? I know I need to like temper my language here because this is a family show. That's the one comment I always get. But anyways, this stuff has been an atrocity against human rights. That's all I can say. If there's a game where we can really show up and show out with this, what's supposed to be this potent run offense, it's this game because the Dolphins simply can't block the run. So I'm with you there that I don't expect there to be a lot of passing, but my biggest hang up really comes down to the defense. Like, yeah, great. We can have a potent offense, but if we can't stop the Dolphins, and theoretically it should be easy to, because they suck. They're just not a good team. Tua can't even like throw the ball that far because like he's got to worry about like protecting himself. It's one of the reasons why Tyreek Hill wants out, because like he doesn't have the ability to be running out wide and catch those passes we're known for. So that's what I'm looking for. And then I'm really excited to see Brownlee. Like, let's see what he's made of. I know there's some concerns with his discipline, but I love everything he's been saying about being a really physical cornerback. I think that's a really great compliment to Sauce. I think Sauce's biggest strength is obviously breaking up passes. Well, I know we all want to see him tackle more, but I don't know. We wanted to see him tackle more ever since he's been here, and I'm still going to hold that hope that we'll get there. But for now, let's bring in a really physical cornerback and beef up that secondary, because that's probably the thing that pisses me off the most about what we've seen is that our defense, especially our secondary, has just been absolutely abysmal and playing like a bunch of chumps. Honestly, I always say we're allergic to tackling. I've never played a snap of football in my entire life, and I feel like I could tackle better at this point.
Wow, you've calmed down. Last week you referred to the Jets defense as a bunch of pussycats without the cat in front of it.
I mean, listen, they didn't play on Sunday, so I'm in a better mood. I actually got to watch football all day and enjoy it. Whereas whenever the Jets play, since they're only playing at 1 p.m., it ruins the rest of my day, and I'm just sitting there pissed.
I watched football all day yesterday, and I said to myself, I'm not leaving. I'm just going to take the entire day in because I knew that's it. Like, the Jets are back. They have one other primetime game this year. It's a Thursday night, and then they have the bye week. But other than that, all our games are at 1 o'clock, which means I get up, I do the radio show, then I watch the Jets. I'm watching the other games, but I'm so stressed with the Jets, so I'm not really super locked in. And then I go live on YouTube for 3 hours right after, and then next thing I know, it's Sunday Night Football already. So I never get to see the 4 o'clock games.
No.
So it's I wanted to just sit back and enjoy all the football because I knew the Jets couldn't ruin my day yesterday.
No, never. And the thing about it when the Jets play at 1 p.m. is that I almost get this resentment watching the other teams. I'm just why can't we play like that? Why do we have to be just so pathetically abysmal? I get jealous, honestly.
It's brutal. Well, tonight they win, Raven. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean they have to. This Dolphins team they're a freaking mess. They're just a mess. This is the perfect game for us to just come out swinging, come out aggressive, and absolutely manhandles these guys, because that's what we need. We need some sort of spark, and I genuinely believe that once we find that spark somewhere, maybe we'll start to see the really good parts of this team. I'm not counting on them doing much. This is a new regime. There's still way too many holes in this roster that they just for whatever reason weren't able to fill in the off season. But I can appreciate the efforts that they're doing right now, even if some of these things are kind of band-aids, so to speak, to fix some of these problems. Again, eventually we're going to have to talk about long-term solutions for wide receiver 2 in the secondary.
Yes. Are your fingernails registered with the CIA?
They probably should be. I will say that sometimes I get them a little longer and pointier, and those are probably registered with the CIA. Nice. But
you want to play Edge tonight instead of Michael Clemens?
I'd love to. I mean, I think I could. Again, I've never played a snap of football in my entire life, but I think I could.
I'll tell you what. Get down to Miami. Ladies and gentlemen, Raven.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Great call, Raven. Love your passion. Last week, she went off on the Jet defense, so a little positive step forward there, not referring to them as what she said last week about them.
Yeah, that is a step forward. I'd rather be a chump than the other thing. So, I mean, hopefully the Jets win so we get more positive Raven calls throughout the week.
That'd be fantastic. All right, we have another special guest that's going to be hanging out with us here on the pregame stream. But first, I want to shout out Eli Betts, who just gifted the community 5 channel memberships. Eli, you are the man. This is for you.
Yeah, here we come, baby. Here we come. Here come the Jets, man.
Speaking of Rex, we're giving away a signed Rex Ryan helmet at the end of the stream and prize 2. So 2 prizes in our daily raffle, a pregame special here. Throwback Jets jersey. Quinnen, Sauce, or Garrett, you choose. Eli's super chat, another 2 raffle entries. He says, I'm feeling a W tonight, gang. JETS, 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 Jets. Eli, from your lips to God's ears. Look, this might be the last time I ever pick the Jets, but I feel it tonight, Matt. I feel a tight win where we're clenching our cheeks through the end, but they do find a way to win.
I have it 27-24 Jets. So a little scoring for each side, a back and forth game. Probably need to get a stop. Can they do it? And this week, I think they finally do.
Cash Money Mike in the house. Last 9 games on Monday Night Football, Jets went loss, loss, win, loss, loss, win, loss, and loss. That means if history repeats itself, we should win. Let's go Jets. What a spin zone. I hope you're right.
That is a great stat. Thank you, Cash Money Mike, for that comment.
The stats that matter. He follows up. He says it was actually the last 11 games on Monday Night Football going loss, loss, win, loss, loss, win, loss, loss, win, and loss, loss. Today, question mark?
I mean, history says win. Follow the pattern.
I'm sold. Jets are definitely winning. Thank you, Cash Money Mike. Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest on our pregame stream here is the host of the Dylan Terraman Experience. DT, Dylan Terraman, joins us now. Hello, Dylan.
What's up, guys? Jake, Matt, so excited to share the stage with you guys before the Jets hopefully go 1-3 tonight.
Do you feel the magic in the air, Dylan? Can you manifest a victory?
Absolutely. We got too many good, cool Jets people down in Miami, like our guy Nick Shine. So he's got to come back with the W for us. So it didn't work for us last week, Jake, in Tampa Bay. So hopefully a little bit more positive news coming from Miami.
That'd be fantastic. I asked Matt this question. I'll ask you the same thing, Dylan. If the Jets win tonight, the biggest thing they have to do is what?
They got to find their bagglers, all right? Tanner Engstrand has to go into that McDonald's bag and find that fry at the bottom covered in salt, and he's got to throw the ball to Arian Smith. He's got to tell Fields to look for Arian Smith, and then vice versa. Steve Wilkes has to go into his bag and find the baggler and disguise more on first and second down. I did a whole video about how he disguised more on third down, but he was so vanilla on first and second down that I felt like it didn't matter in the totality of things. So Bucks went 4 for 13 on third down. So they finally figured out the third down woes of this defense. Now figure it out on early downs and create some 3 and outs, please.
100%. Look, to me, it's the turnovers, right? Because I don't think the Jets are going to stop them a lot. But can they make Tua have to go the full length of the field and like go to a second read and third read? And, can they force Tua to not just like throw the deep bomb and they have these quick scores? Like actually have to play quarterback and go through his progressions, like long drives, like keep everything in front of you. If you give up a field goal, fine. Like just make him have to make decisions. And he has turned the ball over 5 times in 3 games so far. Like that's what I want to see.
Yeah, defensive line, obviously with no Jermaine, it's going to be a little tough, but the quick pressure on Tua is kind of the answer to this whole thing. And I understand they've been struggling with pressure, let alone quick pressure. But if you realize you're not going to get home on Tua, just try to disrupt the passing lane because, like you said, he's going to target in on that first read a lot. And if he can't get to that first read, you have to force him to go to that second and third read, and hopefully that allows for the defensive line to get home. So asking for quick pressures out of this defensive line seems, far-fetched given what they've done. But out of the 3 games, the defensive line is the only part of the defense that actually makes me feel somewhat comfortable. I used to be so confident when the defense was on the field. And now I feel like I'm like looking through my hands. Like I can't watch this defense. Offense, we're okay because we're still so unknown and it's somewhat explosive. But defense scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, I agree. Matt, do you remember those days when we had confidence our defense would get a stop?
It wasn't that long ago, guys. What, 2 years? I mean, come on now. It wasn't like 10 years ago where, we're talking about a long stretch of poor defenses. It's a lot of the same guys too, which makes it that much more frustrating.
It's like they get the third down and third and long has killed them this year.
3rd and 29. I mean, I get it. It was a BS sauce DPI on Mike Evans. You're just not allowed to touch the guy anymore. But still, like, you understand the circumstances. The ball was out of bounds on the throw. Like, even if Mike Evans caught it, he was on the white or on the other side of the white. Like, there was just no need for it. And it feels like whenever those situations come up, this defense always just decides to go, hold my beer. Let's give him a first down.
It's brutal. Call it out, John, or call it out, parentheses. John K says, Jake, are you shooting Hennessy after the win? Yes, if the Jets win tonight, it will be a post-game party. The Henny will be popped. First win of the Aaron Glenn era. I got an awesome Aaron Glenn-related giveaway that I have planned for the post-game show if they win. But they got to win. I'm tired of losing. Also, Spencer Green says, Jake, why that shirt, man? Beast shirt is way better. You're right, Spencer. The Beast Breaker shirt that many of you wore to our event in Tampa last week, especially you, Cash Money Mike. I see you in the chat. Is fantastic. But I'm rocking the G5 right now. I think I'm gonna go with the Fields jersey tonight. I've yet to wear it. I have it right here. It's never been worn. Still has the tag on the jersey here. So I'm doing everything in my power, folks. All right. Fields is back. We need a win. From a game plan standpoint, DT, because I asked Matt about this and he agreed. How big of a deal is it to have Fields back for this running game in general?
I think it's massive. I mean, you look at the offensive personnel usage over the first 3 weeks. In week 1, they had 27 of their 66 snaps out of 12 personnel. Since then, they've had 17 snaps of 12 personnel. They cannot get the lead or take the deficit early because then they're forced to go 11 personnel shotgun. Very vanilla. Engstrand is okay getting guys open, but his concepts aren't there yet to be running fully 11 personnel. So you have to be able to run the ball, and Fields gives you that element. I understand Miami's defensive line has some potential on it, right? But you got to do the East-West game with Justin Fields. Tyrod Taylor had absolutely no juice in his legs, and I understand he's old. He's coming off the knee scope, but for somebody who's that old, when he scrambled out of the pocket, Jake, I didn't see his eyes look up once to make a throw. Justin Fields, when he broke the pocket in week 1, he was looking to throw. Johnson over the middle, Reynolds over the middle, Mason Taylor twice, Ruckert twice over the middle. Like, he was hitting guys while he was scrambling, and that's the element of it too is, yes, it looks like it could be a run, but on the back end, he's just going to throw a pass. So, like, yes, the element of run is going to open up all these things. And I felt like we just couldn't get a good enough glimpse of it with Tyrod Taylor because he just has limitations as an older backup.
Cheese Man with a super chat here. He says, I commissioned my sister to have an 8-month-old niece wear her Jets onesie I bought for her tonight for the game, hoping it will bring a Jets W. F the fish. Matt, I'm going with the Fields jersey. Dylan, Matt, what are you guys doing to try and manifest this win later?
Yeah, you rocking the G5. That put a thought in my head that I might have to break out the Garrett Wilson jersey tonight to rock.
I tried rocking the Sauce jersey week 2 with Nick Shine on the live stream watch, and we quickly looked at each other and said, we got to change our shirts for the Juju. So we're hoping that maybe a Sauce, bring it back for week 4. Hopefully we can wear it for 4 quarters of the game instead of just 1.5 quarters. So I'll be rocking Sauce for a little bit. But I mean, it's so tough. Like, what do you do as a Jets fan to find that juju, right? That consistency. Like, we're not superstitious, but we're all a little stitious. So, like, if that shirt wins, we're all going to wear it and probably never wash it for the rest of the season.
If you're watching live, write in the chat the jersey or the shirt, whatever you're wearing for this game later. Dominic says, I'm going with the Vinny T Youth Large, baby. Yes. Love that. Let's see. Rob Basil, shout out to you, my friend. Thank you for joining our raffle. We got 2 prizes for those tuning in late. Rex Ryan helmet, throwback Jets jersey. Those are up for grabs. And Rob just put himself in the Asmaniac raffle for 10. Let's freaking go, baby. Yeah.
Now, give me money. Or I shoot him. And I shoot all you motherfuckers. And then we take it. Your choice, bitches.
Also, huge shout out to Mello Washington. Carmelo Washington gifting 1 channel membership. You guys want to go live to Fort Lauderdale right now for a live report?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lou B, Super Jets fan, is on the line. I was with Lou in Tampa all weekend.
I am here.
What's up, Lou? How we feeling?
I'm feeling good. Dylan, are you sober yet from the other last week?
I cannot confirm.
I know the real stories. Actually.
Lou B
all the other stuff is just rumors.
Phases. He saw me at all phases on Saturday, from sober Dylan to in the tank, about to fall in the marina Dylan at American Social.
That's exactly right. Everything else is just rumors. I know the real. But yeah, it's good. We had a good time in Tampa.
You heard the bartender tell me 3 as she was pouring my 5th.
She said, don't drink more than 3. I said, I looked at him and said, this is number 6. So I was like, oh shit. But yeah, down here on the way to the stadium, more traffic than we thought there was going to be. Meeting up with Nick Shine. He's in lot 22 already with the Gotham City guys. Nice, he's over there. So I heard there's a lot of fans down here, seeing a lot of, just hearing it, but we're with 19 guys and we're meeting up now. And that's it. I mean, we got to win. I mean, what else can I say? I can't even think of tomorrow if we lose. I just can't even think about waking like
I don't know how you do it, Lou. I mean, you and I were on the same flight last week, early in the morning, miserable flying back. And you're like, I'm going to Miami. I'm like, you're insane. But here you are. I think they're going to win tonight. I did think they were going to win last week, though. I picked against them the first 2 weeks. So if they lose tonight, I don't think I could ever pick the Jets again. But I think they're going to win.
I just can't imagine the amount of jokes tomorrow if they lose. And you know what I was thinking is worse than losing? Tying. Like last night when I saw that tie, I'm like, God forbid we tie.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be even worse. I was like, someone said, what's worse than losing? I'm like, tying is actually for us. It would probably just be like, you still can't win.
0-3-1. The 0-3-1
Oh,
Jets.
God, no. But, look, I'm wearing my sauce because I think he's got to lock him up tonight. I think that's important. But what can I say except I'm here as a fan and meeting up with other fans, and we're going to scream. If you hear the chant, you know it's me and my guys. I can tell you that much.
Hell yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
Lou, are you what's the weather situation? Are you concerned about like a hurricane? Is it going to be nice tonight, though?
So flying down today for some guys was really choppy because I hate flying in shitty weather, but it started raining a lot before at Hard Rock, like downpouring again about an hour ago. But it looks like now in the forecast that it's clear. I don't think we're going to get rain. I don't see anything else. And we've been checking, but maybe the rain gives us an advantage at this point. I don't know. Matt, do you think the weather's better if it rains or doesn't rain?
I'll say rain because I like the Jets' chances on the ground more so than the Dolphins' chances.
Well, then pour on my head. I'll take anything at this point. No, nothing is worse than Tampa. That was the worst heat.
Oh, horrible.
I didn't leave. I stayed to the end. That was the only thing worse than that for me was the Denver Bronco like ice rain last year. The Broncos versus the Jags.
Game.
I was there.
That was the coldest thing in the world. I don't know what was worse, that but these are my two top most torturous games were the Denver game to lose like that. And then here we go with the weather with Tampa and to lose like that again. So, but we're doing it. We just got to win today.
Hang in there, Lou. You're going to see a win tonight, I believe. All right.
I'm going to get Nick Shine right now. So we're meeting up. All
Ladies
right, guys. See you later.
Lou B, Super Jet fan. Lou's a great guy. Diehard fan, season ticket holder. He brought 40 dudes to Tampa last week, part of his group. And he saw Dylan Terraman in his prime, man. I mean, he saw Dylan Terraman through all the different stages of sober to drunk to piss drunk to puking drunk to hungover to nurse back to life at our tailgate the next morning. It was truly incredible.
He didn't see the third. He didn't see that third phase puking. Nobody saw the puking phase.
I have major FOMO. I wish I was there for the tailgate. I didn't want to sit out in the heat in that game down in Tampa Bay. But the night before, that sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah,
the night before. Thanks again to everyone who came out last week, and again, thanks to the Tampa Fan Club Festa and the entire team there for making that happen for us. What do we have here? V-Man checking in. What's up, V-Man? By the way, so I posted it in the Discord, but V-Man finally hung up the framed Breece Hall jersey that he won at our watch party over the summer for the preseason game. So it looks good, V-Man. And he writes in, I'll wear the vintage Namath. And by the way, I don't know Bad Bunny's set list for the Super Bowl halftime show, so don't ask. V-Man, thank you very much. I'm surprised they went with Bad Bunny. Not that I know a ton about him, but doesn't he only have Spanish songs?
I believe so. I don't really know.
He says English words, but I think it's all like in the Spanish song. So
gotcha.
It's a mix.
I don't know. I'm going to be dancing. I'm ready for this halftime.
All right.
I think it'll be fun.
V-Man it'll be fun. Vintage name it for me, man. Love it. Ralphie checks in. Speaking of Tampa, Ralphie was also down in Tampa with us. He writes in, Jets and Dolphins are only 2 of 3 teams with 0 takeaways. Who's the third team? I think it's just the Jets and the Dolphins are the only teams left. What's the over-under we generate at least 1 turnover tonight? Salah's Niners, the other team. No, that can't be right. Salah's Niners had a strip sack in one of their wins against the Saints. I remember Bryce Huff had it. So it's just the Jets and the Dolphins at this point without a defensive takeaway. He also writes in Roll Tide and RIP New York Mets. Ralphie Rocks was rocking the Malachi Moore jersey and was hanging out with the Malachi Moore family at the game last week. We need another big game for Malachi Moore in the secondary. As far as the defense forcing a takeaway, guys, not now then when? I mean, Tua has given you so many opportunities this year, and like by accident, you might fall on a fumble. Like that's really it. Like they should have had a pick 6 on Rodgers in week 1 and Stevens dropped it.
Mm-hmm. Well, falling on a fumble won't be on purpose with this team. It has to be on accident. Like that's the only way around it. And it's so dumb because technically this stat is so misleading because we took the ball away. It was just on special teams. It was a blocked field goal.
Yeah,
That is a
defensive takeaway then.
A defensive specific takeaway, then yes, then obviously it applies. But it's just like we were there. Like we saw what it looks like to forcibly take the ball away. But yeah, not on defense itself. Let's get a pick tonight. Just one. Like a Michael Carter pick to get him back in the good graces of the fan base, I feel like would go a long way.
Oh, yeah. I wish we had Brandon Eccles for tonight, by the way. He's the Tua assassin.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you took the words out of my mouth. Where's Brandon Eccles? Unfortunately, he got hurt, though, in yesterday's game with Pittsburgh, I saw.
Black Gypsy.
Oops, sorry, the next Tua, I guess, biggest hater or whatever who takes the ball away is Ashton Davis, and he's a teammate of Tua's now. So like
right.
they're trying to eliminate Tua's turnovers by signing the people that turn the ball over on him, but it's still not working.
Mr. Week 18, Ashton Davis. Yeah. No one's better in that week. When the games don't matter, Ashton Davis plays like Ed Reed. Black Gypsy gifting a membership in our raffle at the end of the show for one. Cheeseman says he's debuting the Quinnen rivalry jersey tonight. How about that? Ooh. I like it. Hopefully you go 1-0 with that jersey. More of your calls here, Matt. I know you got another 10 minutes or so, and then we'll let you run. Dylan will hang out with me for a little while longer. Rob the Jet fan is next on our pregame. What's up, Rob?
Hey, guys. How's it going today?
What's up?
How are you, Rob?
What's up, guys? Everything good?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to wear my TJ today.
Keyshawn Johnson?
No, let me show you.
The brown bag on the head. Thanks. Not yet, Rob. One more game.
Jake,
let him win tonight.
Jake, if you read there, it says TJ Maxx.
That's where I got the reference. Thank you.
I figured I'd throw you off a little for a second.
No, I got it now.
Enough of the negativity. I don't know, guys. I think over here, Matt, Dylan. Obviously, we have to establish the run in the worst way. We got to get keep Tua off the field and just long, sustained drives. We got to get Fields going again, like game one. Even if he's 70% of game one, I think we have a shot to win this game. I mean, obviously, running the ball, screens, RPOs. Things that we've talked about, but we haven't really done. And the thing that bugs me, guys, here is that, we're sitting here and Aaron Glenn has got to do the things that he says. He's got to go out there, discipline. Guys like Clemens, you got to set an example. You got to bench this guy. I'm sorry. Or sit this guy down for periods of time. There's got to be better people out in the practice squad than this guy. Because if you watch the film on Clemens, he looks god-awful. God-awful. That's point number one. Let me hear what you guys have to say. Then I just have a few more, and I'll be off.
I mean, we beaten the Clemens thing. Like, it's like I don't know what else we could say. Like, he shouldn't be playing. They keep playing him. I just think it's ridiculous. Like, the film is brutal. We show clips every week of him being awful.
Let's see Jake more of AZ. Let's see more of Malik Moore in there. Let's what do we got to lose? Let's be honest here. I saw DJ Reed make a phenomenal dive-in interception that led to a touchdown the other day. And I know that we weren't going to resign him, but he looks so much better than Brandon Stevens. I mean, let's be honest here, guys. Our secondary looks really bad this year so far. I mean, you got Sauce, who one game good, one game bad, and then these other guys, the safeties look really bad. Probably Ashton is probably going to get an interception on us tonight. I hope not. But, I mean, what do we got to do here with the secondary, Dylan?
I think you have to start putting maybe Michael Carter as safety a little bit more, or even Brandon Stevens as safety. Like, you have to start moving these guys around. And on third downs, they started showing one single high safety and Cisco as the top safety. And then they were actually rotating Cisco down, and they would shoot Malachi Moore up and Michael Carter, and they were playing a half field, like a two deep safety look post snap. So there's like always a chance that you can just like try to get creative. But do we believe in Steve Wilks to be creative? I'm not sure. And I feel like the more you watch the tape on him, he's trying to find these little wrinkles that work. And then the execution's just so poor. Like, whoever it is missing a tackle in the flat or taking a terrible angle. If you go watch that drive where the Jets held the lead or had the lead against the Bucks, it was only 3 plays that it took the Bucs to get in scoring position, or maybe 4 with the incomplete pass. Malachi Moore looked bad on all 4 snaps. He was in the wrong position. He was passing off zones that weren't there to be passed off. And Baker literally could have scored on any of those 4 pass plays. So as much as we don't like Tony Adams either, maybe Tony Adams being back is actually going to be a good thing for this defense. And I don't like to say that, but that's where we're at with this secondary. We were very high on them coming into the season. I said they were the strongest position group at cornerback in the entire roster, and they've looked like one of the weakest. So, and that's including Sauce. And he's had his moments. I know week 1 against DK, but after that, it's kind of been a downhill slide for every single person on that secondary.
It's so disappointing, man. It really is. Matt, I know you're doing a show with young Connor Long, so I'll let you run and get ready for that. Hopefully next time you and I talk, the New York Jets will have their first win of the season.
I hope so. Have a good rest of the show, boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt O'Leary checking in. DT, you down to hang out?
Yeah, I got it. Let's get a couple calls in. I'm sure
Love
everybody's I've been going back and forth in the chat before I even called in, and I know there's some people that disagree with me, so maybe they'll call in.
Love that. All right, let's keep going. Now, Rob is giving me this on hold, but Rob, your audio was crap. That's why I dropped you at the end there. It was conflicting with Matt's call. So type in your point, and I promise I'll bring it up on the screen if your final point is that important. In the meantime, I'm going to go in order here. We got some legends on the line. So up next on the Gustbuster Umbrella Hotline is none other than...
He's home, his bell is on the bed. That's what feels good. On the road, his bell is on the bed. In a dirty hotel room. He calls the show, his bell is on the bed. He's just more comfortable. He got a beard, loves the Jets, SuperChats. Wherever the big fella sleeps alone, there's no room on his bed. That's a big fella.
What's up, everybody?
Big fella, yeah.
I haven't seen you guys since Tampa. I'm still fucking sunburned, bro. Not feeling too great, but
you kind of did that to yourself, though, to be fair, no?
Well, that's true. That's true.
I mean, I could have told you you're going to get sunburned.
I kind of did. No negativity today, man. This is the season right now, all right? This is the game. No negativity. No, same old Jets. No, we can't deal with that today. Today, we go in with a positive attitude, and we're going to kick their ass. And that's it. Enough of this. Oh, Aaron Glenn is bullshit. Michael Clemens, get your head out of your ass, son. It's time for you to work. All right? A.Z. Thomas, you're going to be great. All right? Brandon Stevens, if you're not good, get the hell out. Enough of this shit. Now, what was I going to say? Oh, what I think about today, the key to the game today is stopping A-Chain.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a big key to the game because the cutback runs have been killing us all season. And if he gets a cutback run, that guy can run. I mean, he is fast as hell. So I'm just thinking, that should be the key for the game today. And hopefully the secondary steps up. And that big bastard Beast, he friggin' needs to do a Garrett Wilson catch. He needs to put the icing on the cake. Enough of that. He's making pizza. I don't know what the hell, whatever, but
I'll update the masses on that coming up. Don't worry.
We need a catch, Beast. Get your big ass up and jump on that bed and make everybody happy. We're going to take this shit tonight. Enough of the whining and complaining. We're going to win. First win of the season. First win of Aaron Glenn's tenure as a Jet coach, and better things are ahead. And Dolphins.
Ladies and gentlemen, the big fella.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Big fella, you're the man. I can't figure out, though, Dylan, why he got so sunburned at the game.
I can't believe he wore the tank top to the game, too. Yeah. That's rough.
He's like, I'm still sunburned. I go, yeah, I'd imagine you would be. You wore a tank top.
Oh, big fella, that's rough. You can see it already starting, and this is probably like mid-game, probably early game. Just from the tailgate, he was probably burning. Oh, man. I agree with him, though. You got to stop Achan, and I think the weather, like we were talking about with Lou B, I think that's going to go a long way. Like, the rain is going to slow down that track team.
I'll tell you what. the Jets were in Tampa last week where it was way worse than whatever they're dealing with tonight. So that hopefully helps them and prepares them. By the way, that's ISU, the great ISU, standing next to the big fella there. More of your calls coming up, but I have to shout out some memberships here. A lot of people want in on our sick raffle that we have coming up. First things first, Peg and Artie, who are also in Tampa, they just gifted 5 channel memberships. Oscar says the only way we win this game is if Beast uses dark magic. Hey, now, look, we'll do whatever it takes to get it done.
Abracadoodle.
Shout out to you, Oscar. Spencer says, damn, Beast, I told you, get the damn ice for Jermaine Johnson's ankle, and you did not, and he's out. What the hell, Beast? Spencer is blaming Beastbreaker for Jermaine Johnson still not playing. Now, you heard Big Fella talk about Beast making pizza, right? I'd like to present to you a story in a couple of parts. You ready, Dylan?
As ready as I can ever be for something Beast related.
3:52 p.m. Beastbreaker writes in, my pizza is resting. 3:54 p.m. Just made a fresh Sicilian pizza. 4 p.m. Now to prep the pizza in the oven. 11 minutes. Fast forward to now. Where was this comment? 4:31 p.m. Pizza is ready. So, ladies and gentlemen, here to show off his game day pizza is none other than the Beast.
Ladies and gentlemen, fresh Sicilian pizza right here. 12 minutes to take. Fresh sauce, fresh cheese. Good fresh provolone. Good fresh pecorino and a little Parmesan to that mix. A little bit of Italian seasoning, the pepperoni right here, the cheese right here. Hey, there's a pizza that is sure to be loved. And you know who we're representing today. Me and Big Fella's band. You know what band we're representing. Come on, baby, get your ace of spades, baby. Now, it's either you tonight. It's put up or you shut up. Win or go home. This is now the time to say, time to get your panties out of the bundle, get your ass in battle, get your boots tightened up, lace them up real tight. Tonight, no mercy. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. Expect blood and expect a lot of an annihilation. I expect no mercy.
Now, Beast, give us an idea on the type of offense we can expect with Justin Fields back in the lineup.
Well, we can go I, or we can go a little bit of mixture of quad, or we can go shotgun. Now, folks,
what is quad?
Roll it right here. Wait 1 second.
Oh my! Now the whole studio's falling. What is quad, Beast? What is quad, Beast?
We're playing a little Connect 4 today. Go forward.
Connect 4. Yes.
Connect 4. Ladies and gentlemen, let's prepare ourselves to go to class.
Hey, put some lights on. It's very dark in your attic.
This studio is one of the most respected in the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to learn how to do quad. A little surprise. Now, to outsmart these bastards, let them figure it out. Well, over here, for quad, your quarterbacks, your four big dudes, you're going to need a mixture of wide receivers and a couple tight wide ends. You want to mix it up, you put Garrett in the back, you put Brees up front, and then do a surprise stun of a little. Get ready! Get ready! Are you ready? Green! Green! 76! Green! 76! Get ready! Get set! 3, 2! Oh! Touchdown, Garrett Wilson! Woo-hoo!
How quickly do you think we can get the play design sent to Tanner Engstrom before the game tonight, Dylan?
I mean, if we run this 4 offensive lineman quad scheme that Beast was talking about, I mean, we definitely have no chance against Miami.
Interesting. I love the play, Beast. Keep it rolling. Enjoy your pizza, by the way. The best comment was like he has game day pizza 2 hours before the game even kicks off.
The cheese wasn't even fully melted. You got to throw it back in there for another like 180 seconds, Beast.
Beast, enjoy your meal. Raul checks in. Shout out to Raul. Met Raul in Tampa last week. We can't miss tackles in the backfield like we did in Tampa. Their speed will be a problem. Keep everything in front of them, Dylan. I mean, if the tackling's a problem tonight, they don't got a chance because they're just not going to get off the field. Like they had, like make Tua go through progressions and beat you. You have to tackle though because they're going to try and get the ball to their playmakers in space.
Yeah, we can't do the Bucky Irving thing where you had that still screenshot of 8 defenders crashing and over pursuing on Bucky Irving, who turned it around and ran for 25 yards because this team with the Dolphins, they have enough. Yeah, this exact one. Like you have enough speed on the offensive side of the ball for Miami where they'll turn this into a touchdown, even if it is a 65-yard run from right where it is now. And God, nobody's taking a good angle. Not even Brandon Stevens.
So bad. Ugh. So bad. There's that. And then you've seen me play this one.
Yeah.
The Michael Clemens play. Like, what the hell is going on here?
So from what I've been told is Michael Clemens is supposed to spill on this rep. Now, is he supposed to shoot down 3 or 4 gaps over? Probably not. He's probably supposed to stay closer to the tackle. But yeah, that's just a egregious overshot by Michael Clemens. And, I quote tweeted that and I was like, maybe the coaching point was wrong on that play because I don't want to totally kill Michael Clemens. And it seems like the coaching point was for him to slant or spill inside. He just did way too many gaps over. And when you have pullers going right to that void, it's going to be an easy, successful run for the Bucs.
Ugh, brutal. All right, more of your calls right now. We got a who's who of people on the line, so I'm excited about the home stretch of this pregame show. Ladies and gentlemen, stop what you're doing and sing.
Get ready for Neil. He will make 13 points about the New York Jets and maybe hump a Patriots jersey. Get ready for Neil. He's probably smoking a big fat cigar and burning his house to the ground. That's Neil.
Let's go, baby. Game day. It's game day.
Let's go. Hey, you're undefeated in the Garrett Wilson jersey starting tonight.
That's it. And I got a lot of good things with my, what's this thing called? Carhartt. My Carhartt hat. Nick Mangold. Signature right here somewhere, right over here. A little Nick Mangold action.
Love it.
Just got done watching the highlights of our 2 games last year. And I wanted to go back to the last time that we beat Miami in Miami. And I had to keep going back. 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Oh, 2015.
Well, okay, so it was the 2014 season, though. But yeah, it was January 2015. It was Rex's last game as the coach. Gino had a perfect passer rating.
Well, that's about to change. Listen, 10 years. It's a 10-year anniversary. It's a new broom. We got a new broom in the closet. And you know what my father used to say? A new broom sweeps clean. And we got a new broom out there. His name is Aaron Glenn. And I have the absolute best. If you know how Beast is putting all his preparation, what he's telling everybody. Here's my pep talk. On first down, and I want it to be halfway through the game, but on the first pass play, I'm going to put Clemens in the game. After Tua throws the ball, I want him to take a full head of steam, pick up Tua, and pile drive him into the ground with a concussion. And then I want him to get thrown out of the game and fined by the league for his entire paycheck. After we sort all the bodies aside, I know Zach will come in and he'll have a great half, but if he comes in at halftime, then he'll beat us. But if he comes in early in the game, it'll give him a chance to make a few mistakes. What do you think of that strategy? Is that a good strategy, guys?
Dylan, go ahead.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to disagree. I know Michael Clemens is an idiot, and he's well aware, like fully capable of getting in trouble on the field on his own doing. I don't think he needs to go that far. I can't see another Tua injury in prime time. I don't like the Dolphins, and I don't.
No, I get it. Let's beat him fair and square.
Yeah, 100%. I can't watch him get hurt again on the field because he'll probably never play football again. So like, it's more just the fact that it's Tua. Like it hurts so bad to like watch him against the Bengals that Thursday night after getting concussed against the Bills on Sunday afternoon.
It happened twice in prime time where he has suffered significant.
You know what the problem is? Your generation, you guys are soft. You know,
no, it has nothing to do with being soft.
In the old days with Joe Namath, they used to give every guy on the defense $10,000 if they broke his knees. Do you understand? Yeah. They used to put bounties on Namath's knees. They didn't want to hit him in the top. They want to go right for his knees, the poor bastard. You think they gave a shit about the Jets and his knees?
It's a different world, Neil. It's 2025. These guys are making millions of dollars. The rules are different.
I get it. But you know what? The worst case, they throw him out of the game. That's what we want anyway. I want him out of the game. I don't want him to play. I can't stand seeing him. I watched that game from last year, and I see a touchdown and him dancing with the defensive end, the offensive tackle like this. They were doing a little jig while the play was going on. No penetration, no separation, no getting around, no club move, no this move, no that move. All he does is he basically collides with the offensive player, and he just tries to push him back. And when he's not successful doing that, he doesn't try to grab him with his hands. He just does a little dance with the guy, and whoever it is that's either this way or this way to him is going through him, and he's not going to get his hands on the guy. It's a disgrace.
Clemens has no counter moves.
It's a disgrace.
As soon as he gets stalemated by the offensive line, he's got no counter moves in his bag. I've never seen him once fake outside and come inside with an inside move on the inside tackle's shoulder. Like I just never seen.
If we watched Dylan, if we watched 4 years of tape on him, could we put together a compilation of 3 good plays in 4 years? I don't think we can.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can. You can. Honestly, the pressure that led to the penalty on Josh Allen, it was a great play. He split a double team against the right guard and the right tackle, and he pursued Josh Allen. He did the Michael Clemens thing. So yes, in totality of the plays, yeah, it's going to be hard, but you could go back. And it's crazy because I think we all remember the first preseason of Michael Clemens in the interior of the defensive line with Tanzel Smart in the second half of football games, getting like 4 to 6 sacks in all 3 of those preseason games, and then it never showed up in the regular season. So it's just an unfortunate one. And honestly, I wouldn't be, mad at all if they said, you know what, Michael Clemens, sit this one out and we'll let McGregor and Tyler Barron and all of Allen's other best friends play defensive end.
Terrific. Jake, are you excited about tonight? I know you're very tentative. I don't want to hear anything about the Yankees. I don't want to hear about the Yankees.
Well, they play tomorrow, Neil. I root for a team that made the playoffs, so it's.
But I don't want to hear about it. Let's not get anything Yankee. Let's focus.
I'm all in on the Jet. What do you mean Yankee? I haven't brought the Yankees up once.
I know. Let's get it off. Let's get it tonight. Let's get a party going. I got Mr. Rob coming over. And I could take that bag. I'm going to wrap it around his neck.
Big Rob, don't bring the bag.
You leave that bag at home, Rob, when you come over to my house. You take that bag with you. I'll wrap it around your neck.
Jake, for the win.
I'll take you down like a big Brahma bull. I'll take you down.
We got to will this win, Kumba here. They better win, man, or I'm going to be.
They're going to win. Listen, they're going to win. I'm going to put Rob on in the post game with his. We're going to have a nice big bottle of vodka, and we're going to drink ourselves into like stupidity.
They better win.
Yeah, you got to hump something.
Jets.
Rob, thank you. Well done, Neil. The chat is saying you got to hump something. Black Gypsy says hump something, you bastard.
Have anything Miami related to us, guys?
Where's the jet flag? Hump the flag. Wave the flag.
You guys stop with the bullshit. Listen, this is a Jet show. This is maturity. We're going to take this as a business-like approach. We're going to go into the game. We're going to have a great game. There's going to be a lot of points scored. I said it earlier. If you want, bet the house on the over. The house, the mortgage, anything. I will tell you right now, if we don't get an over in this game, you can make me do anything you want, and I'll do it. I am that convinced the over
Gator,
hits.
Clip that out, Gator.
And I am convinced the over is going to hit on this game.
44.5, folks. Bet the under like your life depends on it. The Neil Morris.
These goddamn exploding cigars. Like, gotta go, Jake. I'll call back later. Shit.
It would be hilarious if it's like a 6-3 game now.
23 to 20 Jets. We got to just book it right now. 23 to 20 Jets. The under hits. The Jets win. We're all happy, and Neil still has to do something funny.
Odds courtesy of FanDuel Sportsbook. If you want to bet on the Jets tonight, they got a bunch of props. And the one I really like, I gave out on the show on Friday, Breece Hall over his rushing yards prop. I'll get the latest odds right now, but this feels like a Breece Hall game. Like, we've been waiting for it. He was good week 1. He's been quiet the last 2 games. His over-under set at 56.5. Dylan, I like his over. I think he's going to have a big night.
Rushing 56.5. I like
rushing.
That too.
Yep.
He can get a third of that in one run. We've
That's all
seen
it takes.
him bust like 17 or 18-yard runs this season already. So that was another one of my keys to victory yesterday on my channel. Activate your playmakers. In week 1, Breece and Garrett combined for 235 total yards. So we need to get back to that style of football. And
Spencer,
we ran the ball 37 times.
Correct. Do that again tonight. Amen. Yes. Spencer says light one up for the Jets, Neil. Love it. You know, Neil's going to have his victory cigar later. They went on the post-game show. Craig says, Craig gifted a channel membership. Thank you, Craig Broker. You're on our raffle for 1. Castaway Jet, Castaway. Make sure you check your mail. Your prize should be coming across the border if it hasn't already arrived. Why is this a must-win? You want to screw up the number 1 pick. I think this is sarcasm. At least I hope it is. It's way too early to be talking about draft positioning. It's week 4, man. All right. And we've seen the Jets get top 3 picks and still screw that up. Let's find out if we have a real coaching staff. Can we see guys get better? Right. Like if this team is picking first overall, Aaron Glenn shouldn't be the head coach next year, in my opinion. Sorry. Like Robert Saleh won 4 games with a way worse roster in year 1. Glenn with a way better team, way better quarterback situation. He's going to win 3 games or less in that scenario, because that's what you're going to need to have the number 1 pick. Mm-hmm. You're going to be like a 3-win team if you're picking number 1.
We had 2 wins when we picked Zach Wilson, and it was still not first overall. So, like, you literally have to go 1-16, 0-17 to get the first pick. Like, there are some bad teams out there, Jake. I know you covered the Texans for a long time in Houston. They put a hurting on the Titans, and the Texans were a very bad team for the first 3 weeks of this season. So
even that game was ugly for a while too.
It was like 6-0, 12-0. It was an ugly game, and then they kind of pulled away late with rookie Woody Marks getting 2 total touchdowns, the USC running back. But yeah, it was very tough. And as a CJ Stroud fantasy owner, it's like, we know the Texans stink, and they just put a hurting on the Titans. So I look at the Titans, I look at the Saints, and I understand the Saints played the Bills a little tough comparatively to, like, you know, how the Jets played them last week or whatever. But I would look at those 2 teams specifically, and probably the loser of this game is picking in the top 3, right, between us and Miami, because it feels like Miami's wheels are about to fall off if they lose another game. And the Jets, I mean, if not now, when? And we can do the whole, there's 13 games left, we can win maybe 5 of them, but tonight's, you got to stop the slide.
For the love of God, please win a damn game. Big fella in the house. Mean Joe Green used to hit people in the nuts in the tackle piles. The game has changed. We should tackle Tua as hard as we can legally. Yes. Yeah. Play within the rules, no doubt. All right. We got to potentially moderate a potential issue in the Asmaniac community, Dylan. So a guy on the line that you and I know very well. His name is Purple Belt Mike. He's offended that he was not invited to Neil's estate to watch the Jet game tonight as a fellow Long Islander. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's say hello right now to the aforementioned Purple Belt Mike, and hopefully we could allow some sort of, agreement, cooler heads can prevail, and this community will not be ripped apart so close to kickoff.
Quinnen gets the sack.
Oh, Baker goes down.
PBM, you want to go to Neil's house this evening?
I'm not going to Neil's house, but I was just joking around. I thought it was funny.
Well, too bad because Neil's called back in and you're going.
Hell yeah.
Purple Belt Mike, strap it on. Come on over. You're welcome to come.
Strap it on.
Strap it on, buddy. Let's go.
Whoa! Put those on a Neil's house.
What's happening? Maybe I'm not going over there. I might not make it out. I got one leg. That's it. I cannot run it.
Listen.
Strap it on.
You know what?
Calm your freaky down.
You don't want to be here when Rob gets upset. He's like, you don't want to upset the Hulk. He may take you and I and boom, 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 and bash us together. He's like crazy.
Getting banged and boned.
It's a family show, guys.
Oh, PBM, that's precious.
I just need a win.
Precious.
Let's get a win,
That's
baby.
the word you used too. Precious.
I just need a win. I'll do whatever it takes. If it's Rob, fuck it.
He takes. I'm gonna
I
tell you
need a
something.
win.
Whoa.
No, Jake, you gotta say this.
I'm out.
If Rob could be your bitch, you're gonna get a win tonight. No. Hey,
Oh my God.
Hey, let me just say, nobody takes losing. PBM reminds me of how exactly I was at his age. I took
hate
these
losing.
losses to heart. Like I really just it ruined me. It ruined me. These Mets would traditionally
Oh, my
ruin
God,
me.
the
I know
Mets.
you're like ready to die with that Mets. I mean, I can't
threw
believe
up.
it.
I
know,
threw
get
up.
Oh no.
I literally vomited. And the reason why is because the Reds lost.
I know.
They were trying to miss the playoffs, and the Mets said, "Nah, fuck it, we're good. We suck."
Yeah,
It's brutal.
It's just brutal. It is
Crazy.
absolutely brutal. But I think about you, buddy. I know you take this shit really, really hard.
Yeah, man. I
It's,
went bald.
you know,
Look at this. This is all
I
Jets.
know. Listen, look at the blessings you have outside of this. You know,
That's true.
You got to
Yeah.
look at your good look. And realistically, what the hell is a football game in a realistic scheme of life? You know, there's so much more into life than football. This
That's
is
'cause
a
our team
diversion
sucks.
for us. What's
If
that?
we were, that's because our team sucks.
That's right.
If we were Steeler fans, we wouldn't be saying that.
Yeah, I know that. But PBM, we're going to have our time in the sun. One day it's going to happen for us. It's just not right now. It's going to happen, but we'll be ready for it.
It can be tonight,
Let me
though.
just say this to you.
It can be tonight.
missing.
No, I'm talking when we get a playoff appearance and we get to put where's your AFC East championship hat, Jake? Get that sucker out.
It's in my closet.
Look, when we could put one of those hats on, guys, and we're going to be on all this chat together, and Jake's going to have 1 million subscribers. DT's going to have, a few 100,000, and everybody's going to be climbing on the bandwagon. There's so many there's so many guys that have left this team. So many fans. I mean, we are the real guys, but the reality is there's hundreds of thousands of closet Jet fans out there who are waiting for this team to become good again. And when it happens, they're going to come out of the woodwork. Same thing with, I haven't heard shit. I used to have big battles with Giant fans all the time. They disappeared. I didn't hear shit from them. You go and see with a few more wins with Dart, you're going to see them all come out of the woodwork. Oh, here they are. Here's the Giant shirts will come out. Then the Dart things. Then they're going to start winning. And then they all come out and they all start to get into it. We're not there. This could be it. Listen, guys, I'm not throwing a towel in on Fields yet. I'm not throwing a towel in him yet.
Let's win tonight,
really
Neil.
good game.
That's it. We could talk about
need
all
to
these
win.
scenarios. Win a damn game tonight. The Giants won yesterday, right? Their fans all of a sudden feel great. We'll
This
convince
guy's going to
ourselves.
come in. He's going to come out with his hair on fire. Fields is not facing as good a defense as he had the last few games. Let's see what he does. Right now the coaches are telling him, look, we're going to protect you. Don't worry about the pass rush. Do what you have to do. Everybody do your goddamn job, and let's get a win for the coach and be done with it.
Can Fields hit Arian Smith when he's open on the routes that you saw, DT? Is that a throw that Justin Fields can make?
There was a China concept with Tyrod Taylor last week, and a China concept is 3 to a side. You're number 3, so the closest receiver to the line of scrimmage runs a corner route, and the other 2 guys run ins underneath it. He was wide open, and Tyrod Taylor was looking to the left side of the field, which was where Garrett was, which is fine. But there was, at least 2 or 3 opportunities, like that fade ball that he threw on 3rd down to Garrett that was towards the end zone that was like 5 yards overthrown. Arian Smith had the same one-on-one with a little bit better separation and no safety help over the top. So, there were situations. And then you go back to the one Fields throw that he made to Arian Smith where he made a Saturday catch with only 1 foot in bounds. And I'm like, just get that going. Get that going. And unfortunately, they did it after they did the Arian Smith end around and lost 12 yards. So it was 2nd and 22 when they threw the deep pass to Arian Smith. Do it on 1st down. It shouldn't be that hard. And I think Arian Smith is doing good enough of a job. There's separator scores out there, like all the nerd analytics stats that show he's just as good, if not better than every other 4th round rookie wide receiver taken in this draft.
Let's go. Neil, give me one of these. I need it right
now. Let me tell you something. I want to make one thing. We have to see 4 things in this game tonight. Screens, tight end screen, jumbo package where we bring 3 tight ends in. What's the matter with this Colt guy or Smart? Where have these 2 guys been? What are we hiding them in the background? What are they in a closet? We don't have.
They love Ruckert and Beck. They love Ruckert and Beck.
What's that?
They love Ruckert and Beck.
Yeah, but this kid and the Colts looks fantastic. And Smart had a touchdown on a tight end screen. We got to put more tight ends in there, guys. And then all you got to do is bunch tight ends here. Have Garrett Wilson as the only receiver here. Move one over if you want to max protect on the outside. Or just swing one out, throw a little pass, and let these guys block and eat, man. Beat the shit out of the Dolphins.
Mike, you better strap up or get strapped on, something like that, and head over to Neil's.
I'll say this, and I think week 1 I was correct with my prediction. Nate can back me up. I wouldn't be surprised. Reynolds is back. Lazard is a healthy scratch. And one of Smart or Woods is featured more as a receiver in this offense.
We need some big plays tonight. I know we all want to run the ball, but some of those plays we're talking about, they open up the running game. Samant Senior Johnson, thank you for becoming a channel member. You're in the raffle. For those tuning in late, a very rare but very cool opportunity on the show. We did not get a chance because ChatGPT was down counting the names to give away the signed Rex Ryan helmet. So if you entered for that this morning, you're already in it. And you're also in for a chance to win a throwback Jets jersey of your choosing. I got 3 options for you: Garrett, Sauce, and Q. So enter for both. We'll give away those 2 prizes at the end of the show. Perspective wrote in with a super chat. Do you visit Suffolk County bars like Patchogue? I've never done a watch party from a bar out in Suffolk to this point. Typically, I try to keep the watch parties in the New York City area because it's central for the most amount of people, but I'm not against it. I'm definitely not against it in the future. Let's see. Robin says, Jets fans, at least we aren't the Browns, LFG. Yeah, but you know what? The Browns have won a couple playoff games the last few years. Like their coach has been a 2-time coach of the year. Like that. Cleveland looks like a well-coached team to me. They beat the Packers. Their defense is still awesome with less talent, I think, than the Jets defense in a lot of areas. Like the Jets are just as bad, if not worse, than the Browns at this point. I don't think it's crazy to say. Am I wrong, Dylan?
I think in the last 15 years, I would still take the Jets and their woes over the Browns because it was like false playoffs. But I get it. Like as a fan, all you want to see is meaningful games in January.
They won a playoff game, though. They beat the Steelers.
Yeah, for sure. The Steelers, the team that hasn't won a playoff game in how long? But yeah, I just it's tough. I mean, Joe Flacco looks like he's ready to go back to the retirement home. Dylan Gabriel had to come in relief yesterday, and it wasn't Shadur Sanders, Bang Mateo. It was Dylan Gabriel, who we all knew was quarterback too. So, I mean, yeah, you don't want to be either team, but I guess maybe I'm just biased, and I would take the Jets and their misfortunes over the Browns' misfortunes.
Well, I would take the Jets' history over the Browns' history for sure. But I'm just saying, like in recent years, the Browns have been the better team. That's how bad the Jets have been.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I wouldn't want that jersey though, with all the quarterback names on it. I know our long quarterback list is there, but it's not like that Browns jersey that goes viral every year.
Home stretch, ladies and gentlemen. Robert Woodruff is next. Hello, Bobby Midnight.
Hello, how you doing, guys? How you doing?
Matching hats,
nice
Bob.
hat, nice
yeah.
hat.
Well, you're the one who gave me this one. Remember you sent it last year?
Oh, I forgot. No, I remember.
I got my
you sent a lot of stuff.
JWW hat. Shout out Johnny Boy. He was in the chat.
Then I gotta use Braylon Allen tonight, you think?
I hope so. They need to. He was the better runner last week, in my opinion.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope they use them. You talked about Brees Hall. What about Braylon Allen? I think
Yeah, get all of them going. Get
Good.
Isaiah Davis going too. He's pretty good. He's a hard runner. He'll get you that
isn't
first
he
3 or 4
punt
yards.
returner too? Isn't he
I
the
honestly
punt
think
returner?
if you handed it to him on 4th and short, it would probably result better than Braylon Allen. I just feel like he's just such a bruiser. Like he will break the tackle.
Yeah. What about that Scatterboot kid from the Giants? You like that guy?
I wasn't huge on him in the pre-draft process. I mean, the CTE version of this Giants offense with Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterboot with no Malik Neighbors is going to be interesting. I feel like Cam Scatterboot doesn't care about his brain, and Jackson Dart kind of showed he didn't really care about his brain either with some of those hits he was taking.
He doesn't slide very good, I tell you, but we won.
He refuses to slide, which is going to get him in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, they got to slide, not head first.
But he won, so I'm not here to poo-poo his day.
I'm happy
he had
they
a great
won.
day. Two total
shocked.
touchdowns, I believe it was, and I know
Yeah,
the one was
one running, one throwing. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, give us a jet chant, Bobby. We need a win tonight.
Okay, read that first, then. Jet chant.
I need a jet chant.
Okay, don't you want to read your super chat first?
I just read the super chat from Spencer Green.
It has
Okay,
to be a
good.
chant.
Oh, that's what. Okay, I did. That was from him. Okay. Jets, Jets.
Well done. All right. Now, also, this is from Addison. He says, meow, meow, meow. Bobby will understand. Bobby, is it true that you're actually a cat?
Yeah, you can show that.
Bobby,
video.
if you can choose what animal you came back as, what would you be?
A cat.
A cat?
A cat? Like a fucking house cat or like a tiger?
The fucking house cat. I want to be a cat. Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Bro, like an eagle or a hawk or some shit. Is the butt hurt Bobby minute?
You're the hemorrhoid. Meow. What are you laughing at, Allison? What you guys think? I want to be a house cat. Meow. Shut the fuck up. And here's this to you too, right there. Now I'm gonna piss. One more crack, I'm ending the show.
Bobby Midnight, confirmed house cat. Dylan, your thoughts?
I would not have chosen that same answer. There's a lot of other felines in that family that you probably could have gone with, but
Cougar, panther, leopard.
Domesticated house cat is always the way to go, I guess. I mean, you just kind of sit around all day, so not really much of a change there.
It's kind of what Bobby does. He sits around.
It's fitting.
Ladies and gentlemen, more of your calls. This guy got me a birthday cake last Saturday night. NY Jets, Florida. Ted is next on the program. Hello, Ted.
What up, fellas? How's it going?
Ted, how are you?
Hey, Dylan. Couple things on the rookie quarterbacks. Like, they get drafted onto a bad team, so they have a bad schedule the first year, and then after that, they with success, they get this first place schedule. Things get a lot more difficult. So, it's tough to pick those young quarterbacks for fantasy football and other bets. But on to today's game, since I've been one of the persons beating on the Aaron Glenn drum. Dang it.
Ted?
We lose you?
Ted, Theodore?
How about that? Yeah, sorry. Oh, God damn it.
But we see you, Ted. We hear you.
You got me back?
Yep, go ahead.
Sorry about that. I just put on Do Not Disturb. Sorry. So I really think that the Tampa game will be the way we came back. And I know the Aaron Glenn cheering was a little weird, in my opinion. But the fact that the Bucs should have won the game against the Eagles yesterday. Baker Mayfield threw a horrendous interception in the end zone. So I think that win's going to really not only propel the Jets, I think that is really a quality team. When you look, I know they have a bad division, but I really think that's a really good team. I think we're going to win by double digits tonight. I really do.
Digits? All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I love it.
I really think is Jay Tufele playing, Jake?
Yes, he is.
He's healthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see that guy flash. He flashed in the preseason. I think we needed a guy to make plays in the middle. I think that's going to be a plus. Miami's reeling. I think Miami's Super Bowl was last week. I think if we can show something in the first quarter on an emotional level, I don't think this. I think this coach is dead man walking, and I think they put everything into the Bill game. That's what I'm going to go with. Thank you, gentlemen.
And it kind of showed. It kind of showed. Appreciate you, Ted.
Appreciate it. I disagree with his take that the Bucs should have won yesterday. The Eagles were in control.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I disagree with that. The
almost
Eagles
all
are
that
the
game.
Eagles. The Eagles are the Eagles. Like, even when they're not dominant, they're still beating their opponent by double-digit scores in the second half. And I don't know if you've seen the viral videos going around of like Kevin Patullo and Nick Sirianni, like people joking around. Like, they run 6 plays, and that's not it's not a complete exaggeration, but the Eagles have just dominated on so many facets of what they do that, like, even in a game that looks close down the stretch, like, they were winning very big on that Bucs team, and they were forcing Baker to have to come back. So the Eagles are probably the team to beat again, but the Bucs are up there. They're going to be a playoff contender. They're going to go probably past the wild card round, maybe the divisional. I don't know if they'll get it all the way to the championship game. Right now, I would say it's the Eagles and the Packers, but the Bucs are probably the third best team in the NFC.
Rob says the defense pitches a shutout tonight. Ultimate comeback by the defense. Rob, you get to co-host the post-game show with me tonight if the Jets defense pitches a shutout. All right.
I don't know if this guy's on hold or not, but Black Gypsy should come on and host the podcast too if it is a defensive showing. I know he's not a big Wilkes guy. So
Steve Wilkes, job for life if the Jets pitch a shutout tonight.
Build the statue.
Unreal. A couple calls left, but I did see this from the Jets. Here's Aaron Glenn walking into the stadium wearing a T-shirt that says "I ball hard."
It's the Beastbreaker line of T-shirts.
We should send Glenn a Beastbreaker shirt. Beast, what do you think of the shirt by AG?
Yeah, right. Eyeball hurt. Try again, Sonny. Until I see a little win, then okay. But until then, sorry. You know what that gets? Back in line.
Hey, Beast. After Justin Fields scores a touchdown tonight, big rushing touchdown, and he does the jet plane. Can you demonstrate what that looks like?
Plane.
Yeah. Watch your screen. Ready, Beast? I'll show you. All right. Stop what you're doing. All right. Take your eyeballs and glue them to the TV or the computer screen, whatever you have plugged in. Give us your jet. Let's go.
Ah, woo, 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 woo.
No. Not hands in the air. Give us your jet plane. Run around the attic. Let's go.
You mean
Is that boxers?
No, not an eagle. You're a plane. We're not the Eagles. We wish we were the Eagles.
I know what work line is, baby. Look at that jet flying.
You're a jet plane. Move.
Now we're sending 747 into the air. Everybody sit back and buckle your seatbelts. We're going to have a testicle ride. Anybody need coffee? Call for the stewardess. Anybody who wants peanuts or coffee or any other sandwiches.
We gave him the most basic of instructions. Run around like a jet, and he pretended somehow he was an airline pilot or a flight attendant.
Talking about a testicle ride? Like, what are we doing here? In your boxers, Beast? Come on, man. Put some pants on.
AZ in the house. AZ Frankie says, nervous to lose today. Can't lose this game. Hope Fields looks more like week one. Can't miss wide open receivers. Defense has to come to play. If Fields is like week 2 Fields, I'm putting in Tyrod. I'm not wasting any time. I have to win this game tonight. Like, Aaron Glenn needs to get a win tonight. You cannot be 0-4. So if Fields resembles the last time we saw him play, I'm going to Tyrod Taylor off the bench. I do not care.
Yeah, I think you said it. I don't know if it was this morning show or with Matt earlier before I called in, but you said you had to get him playing with confidence. And in order to do that, quick hitters, some easy throws to Garrett, probably a couple over the middle to Mason Taylor, hit your running backs on a little dump off, check down, and let them go extra 10, 12 yards after the catch with it. To me, it's always been about Fields playing with confidence. And when Fields does not play with confidence, it looks like week 2. And when Fields plays with confidence, it looks like week 1. Not fully, to the degree of a 1.1 QBR or 3 total touchdowns and kind of dismantling the Steelers defense, but we got to find something closer to week 1 than anything else with Justin Fields. And maybe it's just me being an optimist, but I believe it's still in there. Like, Fields' eyes going 1, 2, 3 in week 1, that doesn't just turn off, right? Looking to throw while you're scrambling out of the pocket, it doesn't just turn off. Like, there's things that he did on tape. And I guess I'm falling into the AG methodology of, like, we saw him do this on tape, so we know it's in him and we're going to get it out of him. Now, okay, let's go get it out of them, because we're missing that second step from the coaching staff of, we've seen these guys do it on tape. Now let's see them consistently do it for us on tape.
Nick Shine checks in. He says, stadium check-in, lots of Jets fans as expected, and a lot of women dressed to perform on stage. I support both.
I like it.
Nick Shine, thank you. All right, home stretch here. Raffle's coming up, so last chance to get entered in the throwback Jets jersey raffle and the Rex Ryan signed helmet. And this is your last show to qualify for the weekly raffle tomorrow morning with the CJ Mosley signed jersey, Bart Scott signed jersey, and the top prize, the signed jersey by each member of the New York Sack Exchange. Before we get to our last 2 calls here, Dylan, I have this call recap from Boomtown. This is what we got from Neil today, folks. Now, this is his most recent call because there was a first Neil call as well. Point number 1, PBM officially invited to join Neil and was asked to strap it on before coming over. Point 2, Neil warns not to piss off Rob or they might both get banged together. Point 3, PBM reminds Neil of his younger self. Point 4, Neil reminds everyone to count their blessings. Point 5, there are 100,000 plus Jet fans in the closet waiting for them to be good again. Point 6, Neil's 4 keys to victory are screens, tight end screens, jumbo packages, bunch tight ends. Neil used 6 of his 13 points and really needs to calm his freaky down. Your thoughts, DT?
I think this is a great summation. I believe Boomtown does these. So, yeah, I love it. It was a little tough getting through the first few points, especially the strap it on and come over and come hang out with me and Rob. Like, that doesn't sound like the warmest of invitations, and it could look very bleak for PBM if this game doesn't go the Jets' way. But I love this. Yeah, and to point 5, the 100,000 Jets fans in the closet waiting for them to be good again. I don't want to try to assume what AG was saying, but when AG made the comment about, I want to be a team that this Jets fan base can be proud of, Jake, what is saying I'm proud of this fan base other than being able to wear a Jets jersey out in public?
Yep.
Like, we don't do that. Like,
and not be
that's
clowned for wearing it. Not like, oh, you're a Jet fan, like get laughed at for doing it.
Exactly. So I think to his point 5 about the closet Giant fans coming out of the woodwork, like they're now proud of their team. It takes one win with the rookie quarterback, and all of a sudden they're proud again. And obviously it's not going to just be one game for every fan, but I have a couple Giants fans that are very, optimistic. That was their week 1 of the season. They threw out weeks 1, 2, and 3 with Russell Wilson, and their season started yesterday against the undefeated Chargers, and they won.
All it takes is that one win to get fans to get some hope, get inspired. Because if the Jets win tonight, they'll be most of the fan base convinced they're going to be Dallas, and all of a sudden we're 2-3.
Most of them. And Indy talked about it on Boy Green show, on our show, when we did the DT modeling show. But he said it's a lose-lose for a lot of these fans. And no matter what, it's like, oh, we beat up on a really bad Miami team. Okay, well, bad teams still need to beat bad teams to eventually get good. So, like, I don't care if the score is 2-0, Jake. You're not going to hear me picking apart this win and being like, oh, but Garrett Wilson had that drop on that second down that was inconsequential, and Brandon Stevens missed that tackle. No, if they win, they win. And I'm going to be fully excited. And only looking at how we build on that next week against Dallas.
Amen. Uno Jet says, Jake, put me in. Let's go, Jets. Uno, you are in for 2. And how about a 10 spot? Nicholas Alverson dropping a 10 spot, 10 gifted memberships. Oh, yeah.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Nicholas, you're the man.
Yeah, it is.
If you got a membership from Nicholas, make sure you thank him. Oscar the Grouch says, Jake, will there be a post-game show tonight? Does Sydney Sweeney have a big rack, Oscar? Come on, man. Questions you know the answer to? Yes. There's a post-game show after every game, including the preseason. All right? I just might do the preseason ones the next morning. That's the only time. Other than that, it's the next night, or it's that night. So, yes, I will be staying up late tonight. We will be doing the rare 3 shows. So, absolutely. All right. There was something I wanted to play before we got to our next caller. Oh, this.
This is a Jet show. This is maturity. If we don't get an over in this game, you could make me do anything you want, and I'll do it.
Thank you, Gator. All right, here we go. Peg and Artie, and then Jedaholic. Hello, Peg and Artie.
Hey, what's up, Jake?
Hey, what's up, Jake?
How we doing, Peg and Artie?
We're doing great. You know, me and Peg were sitting there. We were talking about the trip to Tampa, and you know, we got there early, so we got a table, and Ted joined us, and Aurora, and Jay Graves, and Leanie came over, and we're all just hanging out by this one table, and we were right by the door, so we could see everybody when they walked in. I tell you, when the big fella walked in with his wife beater and his lovely wife, man, the whole place, we were all like, there's the big fella. Everybody had a kick out of it. He's definitely
Big
one of
crowd
the
pop.
stars.
Yes.
Oh, my God, it was funny. And, you know, Dylan, Mr. I Don't Drink, slugging down 7 of those freaking things. Those jet fuels, I put me and Peg to sleep. We drank 2 of them and went to water.
Yeah, they were bad. You started it, though, at lunch. You bought me my first rum and Coke, and you
I did.
opened the floodgates, and you wouldn't let me say no. So I'm blaming the entirety of the night on you, Artie. Not me. It's not me. I take zero accountability.
I understand. Listen, we got to win tonight. Peg, you know what Peg did this morning? I woke up, right? And I go to work, and she's retired. And I'm sitting on the end of the bed, like just getting up. And all I hear in the back is, we're going to win tonight. And it made the hair on my neck stand up. I was like, what the fuck? Out of nowhere, she just comes up with this, like out of the blue. So she's super confident.
24-21.
I love it. I love
Sign me up for that.
Yep.
Yeah. So, you know, we got the party house rolling. We got some people over. I got my Herm Edwards out of the closet.
That's who that is. I couldn't tell who it was in the back. I'm like, what? A bobblehead and some Henny. Peg is up to something.
Yeah, we're going to be calling in tonight if they win, Jake, to do a shot of Henny with you. If they don't, I probably won't call in, but I'll be watching.
Artie,
But,
you're the man. Let's get a win tonight, all right?
Let's go,
Love
bro.
it.
Let's get them.
Hello? You play to win the game.
Today we're playing to win our first game, Dylan.
Was that a Namath in the new old or old new Jets jersey? Was that a Namath that Artie was rocking?
I think it was because.
Or was that a preemptive Aaron Rodgers before he
No, that was
became
number 12.
8?
Yeah, that'd be Namath.
Because some people got the 12 Rodgers, thinking
yeah.
that he was just going to jump right on, especially once Namath gave him the blessing. So shout out to Peg and Artie. You guys are awesome. You guys were some of my favorite people to hang out with.
Legends.
In Tampa.
Big fella says the one guy I'm worried about tonight is Cisco. Well, I'll tell you what, the leash with Cisco should not be very long. There's other guys they can plug in. And I liked your idea of trying Carter at safety too, by the way.
Yeah, they did it on third down. And I understand like he's not the best safety. And maybe if Brownlee was healthy and active for this game, they'd be able to do a little bit more chess pieces. But you gotta figure something out. Put Malachi Moore in the slot. I feel like he's closer. The closer he is to the line of scrimmage, the better he plays. I feel like when he's got that cushion and he's playing that single high or 2 high safety look, whether it's cover 2 or quarters, I felt like it wasn't great for Malachi Moore. So maybe you throw him in the slot. You put Michael Carter II back there at safety. Like regardless, you have to figure out the best ways to deploy your personnel. And I'm tired of the coaching staff just saying they're going to put their players in the best positions to win. Go actually do it now.
Well said. Well said. Shout out to E. Dutain Me. What an awesome day of guests, Jake. Well, I'll tell you what. I knew today was going to be a big day for the channel. All right. We had Green Bean, then we had O'Leary, and now we have Dylan all on the same day. That's pretty good. Look, we got to take advantage of these primetime games, Jet fans. We used to have a lot of these the last 2 years. This is one of two, unless the Jets are flexed into a primetime slot late in the year. The next time the Jets play primetime, Dylan, is the Patriot game on the road, and that game is after the bye. So one Monday night, one game on Thursday night, and a standalone game if you want to count it as like primetime, however you want to word it. They do have the London game at 9:30 in 2 weeks, but I mean, 3 standalone games, 2 primetime games. That's it. I mean, the Jets the last 2 years maxed out in primetime games. That is not the case with this team. The next time they'll play a true primetime game will be November 13th, which is week 11, Thursday Night Football. And thank you to you, Dylan, for putting together the schedule graphic.
Yeah, I'm glad it's not updated to show 0-3 with all our big red losses in those empty columns there. But my hope as like a personal thing as a Jets fan, I want 2 standalone games per year. The obvious Amazon Thursday night game that just about every team is going to get. And then what Roger Goodell said the other day, which is 16 international games, so everybody gets one. Like, other than that, put us in 1 p.m. or 4:15 at the latest. Like, primetime's not good for us. You've showed the stats, especially Monday night. It's just, as a fan, I love being done with the game at 4 o'clock, being able to, relax after the game, and however way Jets fans need to relax after these losses. And then, you don't go to sleep so angry. When we're up till 11:30 doing content, and then we're still up till like 1 a.m., just like pounding our fists on the table about these losses, it makes the next day very miserable. So it's nice losing in 1 p.m. because then you have 8 hours before you even go to sleep, and then you can sleep it off.
I still struggle with it. It ruins the whole day for me.
It does. It does.
I'd rather play at 4 because at 4, it's like I get to enjoy at least the early games before the jet pain begins. They have 4 o'clock games this year.
I'm weird about the 4 o'clock games because inactives come out in the middle of the 1 p.m. window at like 2:30 or 2 o'clock, depending on when your kickoff is. And I feel like I always miss like information about the Jets leading up to their 4 o'clock games, where if it's 1 o'clock, like they get covered in the morning. They're usually talked about quite a bit. Kimberly Martin with ESPN and that crew, like she's always at the game. So it's like, I don't know. I love the 1 o'clocks and I hate the prime times. I can't even stay up anymore for these prime times. Like I could not stay up for last night's game.
At least for the early game.
Yeah, I had myself a little THC seltzer right as the game kicked off, and I woke up and it was like 10 after 12, and they're shaking hands on the field, and I'm looking at the score bug. I'm like, 40-40. What the hell? What did I miss? And then I go run to like fantasy ESPN box scores and see just what happened. And my guy Romeo Doubs, for all you Jets fans that told me Romeo Doubs was no freaking good and was not a wide receiver 2 on this team, where is that talk? Romeo Doubs is the best wide receiver right now. Not named Garrett Wilson if he played for the Jets.
Oh, without question. Mark checks in. Madden ratings indicate we're the same old Jets. Someone alert Wordy. Let's go get that first win tonight. Let's go Jets. Mark, thank you. You're in our raffle coming up for 2. I mean, the Madden ratings for the Jets will stink because they're 0-3. So win tonight, and we can start to improve some of those ratings. This one's from Oscar. Says, Jake and Dylan, what is your reaction to Charles Gorman seemingly abandoning his Jets fandom to root for Big Blue and Jackson Dart via his channel? Look, I have not seen this, so I don't know if that's true or not. Is Charles Gorman a Giants fan now, Dylan?
Chris Brown, throw up the deuces. I got nothing. If Gorman wants to hop off the bus at 0-3, that's fine, because he hopped on a 1-3 bus, and there's no guarantee that it's going to look better at the end of the season for the Giants than the Jets. So, Gorman, why don't you abandon unemployment?
Interesting. Very interesting. Where is Charles Gorman? Charles, better call in. Explain yourself. These are strong accusations being made by Oscar against you. Genergy in the house. Let's make Tua turn the ball over and get our first dub. LFG, gut the fish. I might order sushi tonight just so I could get a head start on frying the fish. What do you say, Dylan?
Gut the fish. I love this one. I love like squish the fish, fry the fish. I like gut the fish. So that's a really good one. That's getting down and dirty, Genergy. I like it. And
hey. We've done that enough on this show.
Calm your freaky down.
All right.
We needed some female representation in the calming of our freaky down because it was getting a little scary hours with Neil and PBM. But I like gut the fish. I like that a lot. And I'm not a seafood eater. But if presented with a plate of dolphin, I would probably eat it just to hope for some wins.
Speaking of eating, Beast, your thoughts?
What do you guys eat? Well, let's see. You're eating sushi tonight?
I got to fry the fish, Beats. I got to gut the fish.
Well, you better buy some buttermilk. Make sure it's good buttermilk. And also, you want to get good flour. You got to get a good flour. And if you want to go Cajun, you can go Cajun. You can go lemon pepper, you can go garlic, or you can go Creole. Creole actually has that nice little touch to it. And also, if you want to get that fish that you want to give it a good seasoned salt and pepper, salt and pepper. Make sure to do it all in, get all the hooks and crannies.
Beast, what's the deal with that pizza, by the way? Have you had any of it yet?
I already slammed it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, but I'm gonna take my time.
Can we see the undercarriage of that pizza?
Yeah, give us a real look at it.
The undercarriage is perfect right there. You don't overcook. You know why? Number 1 rule: you overcook it, and it's burnt to hell. You know where it goes? In the trash. Is that unacceptable? See, I've been watching Crispy Pizzas making good ones lately. I've also been watching Giovanni making good pizzas.
What about the Krusty Krab pizza?
It's the pizza for you and me.
Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me.
I gotta see this commercial stuff. Oh. Yeah, I'm allergic to seafood. That's my problem.
Oh, that's your problem. Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm on the same boat with you. You're allergic to peanuts. I'm allergic to seafood. Big difference there. Big key difference. Big key factor. I think tonight we're going to do just fine. And once the fish are fried, we just got to worry about kicking the crap out of those big, cowboys. I don't like cowboys.
It looks like you have a stain on your shirt from the pizza there.
Oh, Sorry about that. It's just chewing on an ice cube there. Making a sauce. Now, if you want to make a good pizza sauce, tomato paste, 4-ounce can, 6 swirls of honey, 1 quart. Look, not too much sugar.
Have a bite of pizza before we let you run.
Now, look at this pizza right here. Oh, look at this. Perfectly delicious. It's a smell of greatness. Now you feel now to chew into greatness.
Thank you very much, Beast. Real quick, Dylan, we'll do one more call, then the raffle. But I've obtained the video that apparently shows Charles Gorman reneging on his Jet fandom. That's what Oscar the Grouch said. I haven't seen this yet. We'll watch it together and then evaluate.
Hey, everybody. Just finished watching the Giants game. The Giants get their first win of the season by defeating the 3-0 LA Chargers 21-18.
Is that the whole video?
That wasn't enough evidence for me to say. He was a little happy about it, but I don't know if I would say that.
He didn't sound giddy, but he didn't sound neutral.
I never heard him talk like that about the Jets, but
it's a good point. It's a good point.
You'll never get my chicken soup recipe. I'm not saying that Lowski takes steroids. Give me some of it. Hey, Charles. Who is that lovely lady? Send it this way, Charles.
Oh, you dumb motherfuckers.
Whoa. Hey, you calm down. All right, you calm down. Calm down. How dare you? How dare you start your call with that? It's a family program. Calm down. Calm down. Time out. Calm down.
Oscar the Grouch is a dumbass. I was joking with him. He did not see the freaking smile, the laughing face. He thought I would. Dude, I watched the Giant game last night. I wanted to see Jackson Dart play. Am I not entitled to watch a goddamn football game?
Absolutely, Charles. Just relax. I don't know the full story. All I know was Oscar wrote in a comment.
Believe anything. People will believe if a pig's fly. They'll believe that shit.
Charles, the comment just said, "What is your reaction to Charles seemingly abandoning his Jets fandom to root for Big Blue?"
Abandoning it. Josh could have
calm down. I didn't say you were. I said I needed to see the video. I didn't see it.
He's an idiot.
Calm down, Charles. It's okay.
First and foremost, you guys know I watched the Giants too growing up. My grandfather was a Giants fan, so I somewhat made a vow to keep an eye on his team because I love my grandfather that much. Oscar Grouch's like, so you're a Giants fan now, Charles? So I joked and back said, maybe. And he fucking thinks I'm
Whoa.
leaving the
Language,
Giants,
Charles.
leaving
There's
for the
kids
Giants.
watching. Have some decorum.
Oh, please. I'm sure kids curse a lot too in front of their parents.
I don't care if they curse a lot. Not on this program. All right? Shut the fuck up, Charles. Stop cursing. Stop cursing with your potty mouth, you bitch ass. Stop cursing.
You got Jake mad, Gorman.
You should be mad.
On behalf of the Jake Asman Show, we apologize for the foul language.
Calm down. All right? Stop fucking cursing.
You just cursed yourself, so
stop cursing.
Listen, I enjoyed the Giant game yesterday. It was the best I've seen him look with a new quarterback, other than that breakout performance from Russell Wilson in week 2. But I am not leaving the Jets.
2 weeks?
That was 2. I said week 2, didn't I?
No, I know, but it's just funny. You made it sound like the Giants haven't looked good in a long time, and you only went back 2 weeks to say they looked good. I'm just poking holes in your words. That's it. Sorry, Charles.
But thank you, Dylan. The point is that I was teasing Oscar, and he took it literally. I don't know what possessed him to take it literally.
You realize you're fighting with a grouch?
It might as well say Oscar the troll, Charles. Come on.
I know he's not a troll, but I get what you're saying. But the bottom line is I am not leaving the Jets.
Dana Russell says, that is worth more than all the super chats I could ever make. Thank you, Dana. You're in the raffle for 2. Now, Charles, are we good? Can you be calm? I don't think you're not a Jet fan. I simply read his comment, and we played a short clip, and then you called in. You need to come in guns blazing tonight. You showed more fight. You showed more fight in this call than you have in trying to get a job. If you had that type of passion and energy for getting a job, you wouldn't be unemployed.
True. Purple Belt Mike just texted me the situation. That's what pissed me off.
What did he say? Read his text.
Gladly. He said, call into the show. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You left the...
Oh, God.
We lose Gorman?
Gorman, get a job so you can pay for your internet.
J-O-B. Job, job, job.
Unbelievable. Wow. Rat Diddy became a channel member. What's up, Rat?
He got you fired up, Jake.
Yeah, man. I mean, he came in guns blazing, man. Come on.
He did. He called us all dumb MFers. Jets Johnny's going to write the diss.
I was like, whoa. Settle down, Charles. Ryan McCarthy
I believe
says,
Charles, though. I believe Charles. If Oscar's information is bad, then I believe Charles.
I agree. I agree. Spencer says, damn, Charles, if you had energy about a job. I didn't even see that Spencer wrote that. I was thinking the same thing. Cheeseman says, Beast is more of a chum bucket guy.
Yeah, that's fair.
not wrong. Krusty Cray, hey, pizza. Anyway, Jetaholic, you've been on hold a long time, so I will fit you in here, and then we will do our raffle, as we had fireworks at the end of this one featuring Charles Eugene M. Gorman. Jetaholic, go ahead.
Hey, so being the closer's kind of been my thing, I guess, lately. Going from Charles to me, who, I've been calling in at work.
You make it work. Unlike Gordon.
Yeah, no, hey, your show distracts me from my job, but it's all good.
What is your job, by the way? Sorry.
It's pretty easy. I do like custodial and like maintenance stuff for
okay.
BOCES. It's like a vocational school.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, Neil should have his own podcast. I'm gonna start off by saying that. Like, that would be great. He's like the perfect mixture of sports knowledge, but also being funny and entertaining. As far as tonight, just win. I don't care how it looks. Just frickin' win. We need a win so bad. On defense, just tackle. You know what the Dolphins are going to do. They're going to throw 25 screen passes and try to get their guys out in space. Like, the game plan's simple. And I got to kind of agree with Jake on the Sundays, because when the Jets play at 1, my whole Sunday is ruined. Like, I wish we would just play at 4. Like, I kind of like the primetime games, or give us a 4 o'clock. Like, because when we lose at 1, like Jake said, you can't even enjoy the rest of the day because you're just pissed off for the rest of the day until basically like Tuesday morning is when you start feeling better. Like that's just my thoughts on that. And then also I was also gonna say Beast is kind of the Dollar General version of Dave Portnoy. And then one more thing, Ruckert first touchdown's finally gonna hit tonight. I'm calling it. Me and my cousin been doing it every week. I don't know why, but it's hitting. And then I did have
First
one
touchdown,
suggestion.
not
Jake.
anytime touchdown where he only has one career touchdown now, but you're doing first touchdown specifically.
Yeah, trying to win some money. Yeah.
I'll take those.
Even.
How much? I'll take those odds. How much you put on it? You could gift a membership.
I put 5 on it. It was 5 to win 250.
All right, I'll take that bet if you're in. All right.
What? I gift a membership if it doesn't hit?
You get the membership if it doesn't hit. Exactly.
Okay, or I have iPhone, so I could just Venmo you 5 too.
No, I want the community to benefit.
All right, I'll
You
I'll
get
have to
you
figure
get
it
your
out
ass
the
on a
laptop.
computer and you'll get the membership.
All right, I'll take you up on your word for that. I'll take
All right.
that. And
I'll
I have
5
one
to win
suggestion
250.
before I go.
I'll Venmo you 250 if it hits. All right.
Yo, Venmo me 250 if it hits.
That's right.
Wait, why?
Because you would have won. I'm taking your bet. I'm your bookie.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm not going to complain about that. I just had one suggestion. Have you ever thought about doing intros for your recurring guests? I think that'd be a cool idea for Gator.
We have, and that's not a bad idea. So stay tuned.
I just thought of it earlier, but anyways, love you guys. Go Jets. Let's get a freaking win.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jetaholic.
Let's go.
All right, Raffle coming up in moments. Rat Diddy, shout out to you. Says, good seeing you boys last week. Let's get that dub tonight. Rat, you got 5 more entries. A little breaking news before we get to the raffle. I was waiting for this to officially be posted. The Jets inactives are out, DT. The biggest surprise is Tyler Johnson, who started at wide receiver week 1, is inactive. Your initial reaction to the Jets inactives tonight?
Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a surprise. Tyler Johnson's not active. Like I said a couple minutes ago, I thought it would be Alan Lazard in favor of a Stone Smart or Jelani Woods, and Jelani Woods is down too. I guess I would have to go back and look at the Tyler Johnson snaps under a microscope, but he did have 2 crucial drops, one in week 2 and then one in week 3, where that one in week 3, it was an over route. Tyrod put it right on him. It was a 2nd and long or 3rd and long situation, and he just dropped it, and it could have been a touchdown. So I guess I shouldn't be entirely surprised. I am a little surprised Esapole is still inactive. I don't know what the plan is for him. I guess it's just like they picked him up off waivers, off cuts, and they're basically using him as like a pseudo practice squad guy because he hasn't been active yet. Same with Jelani Woods. Cam Jones, however, the 3rd waiver claim they made, the linebacker from Indiana by way of Kansas City, he is in the game now because you have injuries to Quincy and McCreary Ball. So we'll get to see some new faces with Cam Jones out there. I'm not really thrilled by Alan Lazard, but honestly, if they do 11 personnel is just Garrett, Josh, and Arian Smith, I'm cool with that too.
By the way, inactive for the Dolphins is Quinn Ewers, so that does confirm that Zach Wilson is the backup if Tua goes down tonight.
Is Quinn the emergency? Did they specify?
I have not seen that.
Okay, because usually when they make him inactive, they usually like put in parentheses emergency quarterback. So like I don't even know who their 3rd one is, but I feel like with Tua, you always have to have that 3rd option just in case.
Man, I would love, by the way, for Jelani Woods to play in a game, but seemingly that's not going to happen. By the way, before we get to this raffle here, look what I just saw. This is apparently what's happening down in South Beach. They're flying. Is that a plane? I guess they're flying another plane. Help wanted, new coach, new GM, new quarterback. So that's the state of the Dolphins right now, folks. That's why if the Jets can't beat them now, when are they ever going to beat them? Like, let's go, man. They're literally flying fire everyone banners above their stadium before a primetime game.
Yeah, if not now, then when? The Giants have been flying banners since I think week 1, honestly. And
then they won a game.
And they finally got a win. So I hope Miami, they do a couple more weeks of flying the planes and those losses keep stacking because the Jets desperately need to get in the win column. I know AG didn't want to call it desperation, but let's be honest, Jake. Fans are desperate for a win. I'm sure the players are desperate to find a win. AG's probably desperate to find a win. We got to stop the slide.
The losing has to stop. It's enough. All right, more breaking news here before this raffle.
Breaking sports news on the Jake Asman Show.
This was apparently Charles Gorman moments ago.
Damn, dude. We stood up for you and everything. We said you weren't a Giants fan. And there he goes, putting on the Jackson Dart jersey.
Tough to take Charles seriously when photos like this, clearly not through AI, exist. It's tough.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
Oh, unbelievable, Gorman. Unreal. Indefensible from Charles Eugene M. Gorman. On that note, hold on. We were going to start the raffle. Green Gang, you made it by the absolute latest you could make. I was about to press the raffle button. That's how close. Hold on. Let me put them in. Green Gang.
Also, Green Gang, hit me up at d.terman@gmail. Email me. You won a t-shirt on my show last week. We celebrated 1,000 subscribers last week, and we gave away some t-shirts both to the A1 Since Day One community and to the live chat that were in attendance, and you won one of the 3 DT t-shirts, Green Gang. So email me as well, d.terman@gmail.
Hell yeah, Green Gang, you're the man, and this is for you.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
All right, folks, we've been promising it. We got 2 raffle prizes to raffle away. Signed Rex Ryan helmet and Jets throwback jersey of your choosing. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what it means. It means right now it is time to spin the wheel.
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly Asmaniac raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
Here we go, folks. The raffle wheel is on your screen. The dramatic music is officially playing. 2 people are going to win. Ryan, I did see your gifted memberships earlier. Sorry if I didn't shout you out, but I did account for that in the raffle wheel here. I got you down. So you are, in fact, in, my friend. On that note, real quick, some housekeeping here. Darnell Harris wrote in, Jets will lose. They stink. Hey, Darnell.
You get the fuck out.
We'll see you later. Bomb. On that note, it is time to declare not 1 but 2 winners. We'll do the Rex Ryan helmet first. If you win, you have to email me your address and your name so we know where to send it to. Good luck. And you can only win once per raffle. So, Rex Ryan signed helmet. Winner number 1 goes to yes, the man who's still sunburnt from Tampa, the big fella, your first winner. Hell yeah. Big fella, I got your address. Don't worry about it. We'll get that sent to you. Okay. There's still another prize. A throwback Jets jersey. You got 3 options for the jersey. Quinnen Williams, Sauce Gardner, or Garrett Wilson. Good luck to everyone still in. The winner of a Jets jersey is Spencer Green. He's been on a roll. Hell yeah, Spencer.
Hell yeah.
Spencer, email me the size. I think I know your size, but email me the player you want the jersey in, and we'll make that happen for you. Thanks for your continued support. Shout out to Spencer Green. And Big Fella, our 2 raffle winners. Give him a Jet Champ, baby. Yeah. DT, plug your channel. You're over 1,000 subs. We're on the road to 2K. You're going to be making copious amounts of cash once the Jets start winning. So maybe never, but at some point, give us what we need to know about your channel before we wrap.
Amen. I just put it in the chat at Dylan Terman, just as you see it on the screen there. Just hit over 1,000, like you said, going for 2,000. And there's always a fail-safe for if the Jets suck bad enough. We can rebrand the DT logo and swap the fighter jet for like a golf club or something, and we can pivot, right? We're not locked into just Jets or football in its entirety. So there will always be something else coming on the channel. A lot of exclusive breakdowns. I haven't put out a film breakdown of the offense because, quite frankly, it just wasn't worth it against the Bills. And the Bucs game was, honestly, my head hurt for 3 days thinking about that Bucs game. So let's hope for some positive offensive film tonight, and I'll get back into the lab, and I'll put out a huge film breakdown for the A1 since day one community. I certainly will have college quarterback breakdowns coming out within the next 2 weeks. We're coming up on that mid-season point. It's not quite mid-season, but it's almost halfway of the season for college players. They're pretty much done after Thanksgiving, right? And then they have bowls and whatnot. But yeah, at Dylan Terraman on YouTube, just hit over 1,000, going for 2K, and a Jets win would go a long way to helping.
Oh my goodness. You're not kidding. By the way, before we go, this is crazy that I recognized him. So a longtime listener of mine, Dan the Jet fan. Dylan, you met him when we were at our tailgate last week in Tampa. So Dan's at this game, and the Jets posted a video of Mason Taylor signing autographs for the fans. That's Dan the Jet fan right there, right above Mason Taylor wearing the green hat. That's Dan the Jet fan. I spotted him immediately. So, Dan, you're definitely not watching this, but Dan's a big part of our community. He's in our Discord. He loves the Jets, and you can see Dan getting an autograph there for Mason Taylor before the game. So, pretty cool. And let's hope Mason Taylor finds the end zone tonight for the first time. Camera pans to Jason Taylor, rocking Jets gear, celebrating a Jet score, and Dolphin fans get crushed having to see that all over again.
Oh gosh, can we just have a full circle moment in a positive way for this team? Because that's exactly what would be like the icing on the cake. You get your first win, he gets his first career touchdown, his dad gets to celebrate in the home of his former team that he became a Hall of Famer for. Oh man, a lot of positives, man. I just hope that once kickoff starts at 7:15, the positives do not stop.
JoJo's driving to the game now. Hell yeah, JoJo, safe ride. Bring us a victory tonight. He's Dylan Terraman. My name is Jake Asman. We are live immediately after the game for our post-game show. Let's hope it's a post-game party because, God, are we sick of losing. Just give us a game tonight, Jets. Give us a win. We don't ask for much. We're asking for a win tonight. Again, he's Dylan. I'm Jake. Enjoy the game, everyone. Let's get a win, and we'll talk about it right after on YouTube. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Talk to you tonight. Let's go, Jets.
Hey, here's the deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you got to make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the f*** out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.